See the signs, it's on the line. Once again, we gon' make it rain. It's off the chain. It's game on. Game on. Don't stop. Game on. Game on.
It's Game On. Presented by Spectrum Sports.
And a very pleasant good evening from the Stan Sheriff Center in Manoa, where it's the season opener for the University of Hawaii Rainbow Wahine as they play host to the 21st ranked University of San Diego Toreros. And this is Game On, presented by Spectrum Sports for Rainbow Wahine Volleyball.
In the last 2 years to now, I think even the first day when I came in, they were already warmed up. They were ready to go, so I knew that it was it's a huge change for them. Instead of walking in the gym and they're just sitting around on the side, like, okay guys, it's time to go. I walked in and they were sweating already.
This camp, we kind of just jumped right into it, and we got a lot of 6-on-6, and it's more of just like playing with a lot of the girls on the team and getting to know their tendencies and what they're comfortable with. We still have a lot of things to work on, but we definitely have the potential to be very, very good. At this point, everyone's just really excited.
Incoming girls have a little bit more volleyball IQ. They're obviously athletic, and now we just have to gel them all together.
Hi everybody, welcome to 2019 Rainbow Wahine Volleyball. Scott Robbs along with two-time national champion Lisa Strand-Ma'a, and next to her the guy whose name should be on the Terraflex, the Hall of Famer Dave Shoji. Ryan will be back on Sunday, so we have Dave today and tomorrow. And guys, it's year 3 of the Robin Onmo turn as the head coach, and expectations are pretty high this year for this squad.
Well, I think they've got some time under their belt, and the team completely new, if you will. 7 graduating seniors, but 9 newcomers. And Robin and her staff are very excited about what's to come.
I'm really excited to see tonight because they've been working hard. They've got 9 new players to mesh with the old players, and I think we got a lot more depth. I think we got a lot more firepower, and I'm really looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, everybody gets excited, and right off the bat, Hawaii going up against a nationally ranked opponent, one of 2 they'll play this week, and of course Washington on Sunday. But you hit on it. There are more new faces on this year's team than there are returnees. 9 of the 16 players are new to the Rainbow Wahine program, and we asked Robin, how's that work out with the chemistry?
We got in the gym, and there's absolutely no drama, with the girls. They're all, they're getting along. Okay, knock on wood, they're women, and it's in the beginning of the season. We'll see if it continues, but for the most part, they've been doing pretty good.
Getting to know the girls was so easy, and I'm happy that I get to play with them. It's truly an honor to be able to get to know all these girls and play with them on the court. I definitely think in the summer we tried to establish that we need to work together as a team, and just because there are new people here doesn't mean we can't mesh. And so I think that comes with communication on and off the court, which we really try to stress, and respect for each other. We have a whole new team, but I definitely think the people that have been here, the veterans, have done a good job of just implementing what Coach Robin expects and wants, and just the culture of our volleyball program.
The seniors are creating this culture of hard work and just looking from even our summer workouts and open gyms without even coaches are high intensity and fun, and just that's carrying over, and it's just very exciting.
Well, you look at it, 5 freshmen, 4 transfers, 3 of them from the University of Oregon. Have you ever been a part of a team that had this much of a transition from one year to the other, either of you?
I don't think so. I don't remember my coaching career, but I think they've meshed really, really well. I've been at a couple practices, and they seem to like each other, and like I said, I can't wait for tonight.
And I have to say that when I played for Dave Shoji years ago. We had, I think, 9 total on the team. There weren't that many people. But alongside with that comes that these players that she's recruited, 5, do have higher volleyball IQs. They're bigger, stronger, and better for it. But the 4 transfers, you have so much experience, and you can't trade anything for experience.
And I would think what that does is pushes the 7 returnees, because they know there's going to be, and there has been, a lot of competition in the gym.
There's a lot of competition for sure, and especially at the setter position. We have 2 great setters, so I'm not sure exactly what Robin's going to do. I think both will play tonight, but that position's very, very solid. We got much more depth at outside hitter. We got some size too, but we got a couple smaller outside hitters. They're going to be very, very dynamic. They can pass, they can do everything, and so you're going to love those 2 players.
It's really a nice problem to have if you're Robin Amo, and we talked to her about, with so many options, what do you do with a lineup?
It's a good problem to have. I have 2 setters. That's all I have. And I have a whole bunch of hitters. So your job right now is try to click with either one of them or both of them, which gives you more chance of being on the court. There's a lot of girls that can pass, play defense, block, hit, and serve. So they can all do all the hitters, mostly all the hitters. And the more communication you have with either one of the setters, the better your chances.
We have a lot of depth this year, which is something that Hawaii hasn't had in the past. So I think Coach Robin has a lot of lineups, and any one of those lineups is a winning lineup. So that's really good in practice, because we get to see different looks and we get to practice against different players, and anyone can come over to the A side or the B side and give them a run for their money and make it competitive, which I think is really good for continued growth.
Time now to take a seat, kick your feet up, and join us on the Coach's Couch, brought to you by First Hawaiian Bank. Well, Dave showed you only won 1,202 matches in your college coaching career. So what kind of a lineup would you put together tonight?
I'm not sure what Robin's going to do, but it's going to be very, very interesting. I think you're going to see a system that we've never, ever used before. I'm just going to give you a little hint, but it's all volleyball. You got setters setting hitters and hitters putting the ball down, but the system might be very, very different than what we're used to, and we just got to wait a few more minutes.
Well, one thing we know for sure is there's one returning starter, and that's Noreen Iosia. She played a 6 rotation last year. She set when she was in the back row. She hit when she was in the front row. We don't know anything, but we assume safely that she will probably be one of the players on the court tonight. And this team has so much depth.
Well, we know about the transfers. What about the freshmen? Which freshman has kind of stood out to you guys?
Well, I like Riley Wagner. She's an all-around 6 rotation kind of player. She can pass, she can dig. And, she doesn't have a lot of firepower, but she keeps the ball in play. You'll see a lot of shots from her. I like both new middles. I think they're going to contribute tonight. They'll both play tonight. We'll see about Akana. She's had a little injury kind of setback in the last couple of days, but she can play, and it's just a matter of what position she's going to play.
And I think Hannah Helvig, coming in from Sweden, highly recruited, a lot of international experience. She's big, she's strong, she's played at a lot of different levels. I think she's going to be an immediate impact player as well.
I think that's what makes us all so excited about tonight is really the unknown. We're not really quite sure what to expect. We do know that this team is poised to have a great season. Also poised to have another great season. 2 6-rotation players that will be calling the action once again this year. We throw it over to Kanoa and Chris, guys.
Thanks a lot, Scott. Yeah, Kanoa Leahy next to Chris McLaughlin.
No, you play front row, I play back row.
Yeah, that's right.
We're not 6 rotation,
right.
are we?
I mean, I should go back to where I belong on the bench is really what it's all about. C-Mac, good to see you. It's
too,
been a long summer. Glad to be back here in the arena courtside with you. And how about Dave Shoji, right? The showbiz tease. He said, I'm just going to give you a little nibble there. I'm not going to say what lineup he is considering as a possibility here tonight. Would you like to shed a little more light on perhaps what we might see from this Rainbow Wahine squad?
Well, I sat with him yesterday at practice, and he knows what the lineup is. He's just playing coy with us. I think what's going to happen is what Dave was alluding to, is I think that the setters are going to sub in for the middles tonight. So we'll see both Noreen Iosia and Bailey Choi setting tonight, at least in the first set. And I think we're going to see Riley Wagner on the outside, and we're going to see Amber and Sky in the middle. And I think Riley Wagner, did I say Riley Wagner?
Yes,
She's going to be
yeah.
in. And I'd be very surprised if Brooke Van Sickle doesn't come in pretty soon, and Helvig as well.
Yeah, so what you are alluding to would be a system that you could maybe compare back to Nebraska circa 2005, where they did the same thing and actually went without a libero. That is a possibility. They will dress a libero here tonight. I believe it will be Rico Aquino, but that is another possibility as to what kind of schematically we'll be seeing here.
Exactly. That'll be a shock to the fans, by the way. They're all going to be looking for that different shirt
That's right.
out there. The different shirt, I don't think, will be out there in the first set.
All right, so you're talking about this lineup. We've heard a lot about the depth here. There's been an awful lot of enthusiasm about the talent that was brought in by this coaching staff. A juggernaut of a recruiting class in terms of numbers, right? 9 newcomers, 5 freshmen, 4 Division I transfers. What do you expect here from the Rainbow Wahine in 2019?
I think they're really going to be good. I'm like Dave. I'm really excited to see this team. 9 newcomers, and they got, like you said, they got firepower, they got depth, they all and 2 great setters. They have all the ingredients to be a great team. What I'm a little bit concerned about, to be honest with you, is I wish that next week's tournament was this weekend, and this weekend's tournament was next weekend. We give Robin and Mo a chance to really test your team against a little bit lesser opponent. But she's not afraid at all. She goes up against anything, and it's just going to expose their weaknesses earlier, I think. But eventually those weaknesses have got to be exposed, and a lineup has got to be found. She's been through at least 5 that I know of in this preseason. Now she's got to narrow it down. And we might even see 2 or 3 different lineups tonight, depending on how the match goes. Because San Diego's very good.
I was about to say that exposure could come here tonight in the form of San Diego. The Toreros, 21st ranked in the country. They have been a staple in the NCAA tournament over the tenure of head coach Jennifer Petrie. And so they're not going to be fazed by this atmosphere. They only have 1 true freshman on the roster, very experienced. So this is a test right off the bat for Hawaii.
Absolutely. They're playing a team that's, as you said, very experienced. Jen Petrie, when you talked to her before the game, first thing she said was, "Oh, by the way, we've only got 1 new person. It's kind of easy out here." It's like trying on an old shoe. It just fits.
That's right.
They have great chemistry, a good team bonding so far. I watched their practices this week, and they look very, very sharp. And they're big, by the way. They're 6'2" on the outsides, 6'2" in the middle. They all jump. Good athletes. It's going to be a great match.
In other words, we're wasting no time. Hawaii, USD, they're about to get to it here on opening night. Should be a pretty competitive and good one for you. We'll have first serve for you. Let's send it back over to the corner crew.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Want to remind everybody, get the greatest plays, hardest hits, and schedule info by following Spec Sports High on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. When we come back, we'll talk about the 2 setters.
I did graduate, and that did leave a lot of options. I took this opportunity and started to look at the possibility of being able to play at home and how it was really always a dream of mine to be here and playing in the Stan Sheriff and stuff. To be able to play in front of my family and my friends here and the fans here. I mean, there's no place other like the Hawaii fans.
Bailey Choi, of course, coming back home after spending the last 3 years as a starting setter at the University of Utah. You see her numbers there on the right. Of course, Noreen Yosia has been a starter basically since the middle of her freshman year. Last year, though, split with Faith Ma'afala in that 6'2" offense. So you see the numbers right there. Hawaii's in a very good situation when you have 2 setters with so much experience. And Dave, of course, you know Noreen because you brought her here. She's one of the last remaining Dave Shoji era players on this team.
Well, she is, and I think we had to choose between Bailey and Noreen, and we chose Noreen. But Bailey went on to have a great career at Utah, and she's a great, great setter, and we're so fortunate to have both of them. So I think we'll see both tonight. It's a little different for the hitters. They're not the same setter, so one has a little faster tempo than the other. If the ball comes out lower from one setter, higher than the other, so it's different for the hitter, so they have to make the adjustment, but they're going to get nice sets no matter what.
And the thing about both of these setters is their experience. Both of them have played long and hard volleyball. Noreen playing last year, obviously, and Bailey playing as well. But Bailey coming home and getting the opportunity to play in a Pac-12 at Utah and then coming home, I mean, golden opportunity for her. But both of these players, again, unbelievable defense, both of them, as well as serving. Their serve, they both have great serve, and they put the opponents in a lot of trouble from the service line.
Now, Dave, I know you always believed in just running one setter. One of the two setters is going to be your starting setter, and that's who it is. But you're seeing more and more of the new age volleyball where you see the 6-2 offense, the two setters being involved in the game. Your thoughts on what we could see, what you think about that?
Well, around the country, a lot of people are going to the 6-2 because you've got 15 subs in women's volleyball, so you can get a bigger player in. You don't have to have a smaller, necessarily smaller blocker on the right. You can always sub. So a lot of schools are going to that. They have two really good setters and more depth. That's what we have, I think, with our team. We have a lot of depth now, so you can take the setter out and put a bigger hitter in. So I've always liked the 5-1 because you're more consistent with the setter. The relationship between the middles and the setter are more consistent. So, but I think you're going to see both tonight. I think you're going to see both setters in. So the hitters have to make the adjustment.
And I think Dave's right on it. I mean, it's just a little different philosophy. Coach Robin Amo truly wanting to get her most experience and her best players on the court, and both of them being seniors and having their experience and their natural leadership. I think she wants to try to utilize them.
All right, should be a lot of fun, but we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to focus on the matchup. Hawaii, number 21, San Diego. This is Game On.
This will be a good test for us. Like, if we want to make it past and make it into the tournament, we're obviously going to play bigger and stronger teams than our conference. I'm just as excited as everybody else to see what this team can do. You know, who's going to start, I don't know. Whether it's, you know, the returning and the older girls or the young ones. I just hope they give it a good shot.
You know, I think we're ready. I think we still have to fix things. Like, there's always things we can work on. But I mean, I think for the most part, we're ready to compete and we're all hungry. And we're really excited to play in the Stan Sheriff in front of everyone. So that's what we're looking forward to this Friday.
Everybody's very excited. Of course, the preseason poll released recently. Hawaii for the second straight year, not preseason nationally ranked, though they are in the others receiving votes category. Stanford, the defending national champion, checks in at number 1, as usually that's the case whenever you have preseason polls. And there you see 1 through 10 of the national rankings. The other 10, there's Oregon, where 3 of the Rainbow Wahine played before. Washington at 13. UH will play UW on Sunday. Baylor at number 20, who will play in Waco in a couple of weeks. San Diego checks in at number 21, followed by Wazoo, Cal Poly, who lost a couple of matches earlier today out of the Big West, Arizona, and Louisville. Rev those engines. Time now for your peak performer, brought to you by Bank of Hawaii. And guys, who do you look to be the peak performer in tonight's opening match for the University of Hawaii?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and go with Jolie Rasmussen. She's one of the transfer-ins from Oregon. She's a 6'2" outside hitter. She's had a lot of experience, but she's very strong, very powerful, and she's a 6-rotation player. Both parents are volleyball players. It's in her genes, and I think she's just basically going to have found her home here at the University of Hawaii.
Dave?
Well, I think you're going to love Jolie Rasmussen as well, but we haven't mentioned Brooke Van Sickle. Brooke is an amazing player, another transfer from Oregon, but she's got local ties. Her dad played here, and she's an amazing player. She flies around the court. She plays great defense. She'll hit out of the backcourt. She'll be on the left a couple times, maybe on the right too, but she's dynamic. She's just so exciting to watch, and I pick her.
Well, Hawaii not taking it easy in their season opener. They're not playing St. John's. They'll play them tomorrow night. Tonight, they're going against the number 21 ranked team in the country, the University of San Diego. Should be fun. The three of us will be back at intermission. But coming up next, the anthem, Hawaii Ponui, Kanoa, and Chris with the call of the action.
And outside hitter 5'9" junior from Battleground, Washington, number 2, Brooke Van Sickle. And middle blocker 6'3", Rouge, Louisiana. And outside hitter, 6-foot freshman from Dublin, Ohio, number 6, Riley Wagner. And middle blocker, 6'1", junior from Bellflower, California, number 8, Skylar Williams. At center, 5'11", seed from Torrance, California, floor captain, number 10, Noreen Yosia. At libero, 5'9", junior from Honolulu, number 16, Rika Okino. And outside hitter, 6'2", freshman from Lidingö, Stockholm, Sweden, number 17, Hannah Helvig. And an outside hitter, 6'2", junior from Encinitas, California, number 18, Jolie Rasmussen. The Hawaii Staff Director of Operations, Faith Ma'afala. Volunteer Assistant, Puna Kaniho. Assistant Coach, Kaleo Baxter. Associate Coach, Angelica Youngquist. Head Coach for your Rainbow Wahine, Robin Amo.
After losing 6 of 7 starters last season, Robin Amo and her coaching staff hit the recruiting trail, assembling a roster that includes 9 newcomers. Hawaii's lone returning starter, senior setter Noreen Yosia, who notched 5 triple-doubles and finished second on the team in assists, kills, digs, and blocks last year. Tonight, the 2019 season begins with the 21st ranked San Diego Toreros and the Hawaii Rainbow Wahine. And with that, we welcome you inside the Stan Sheriff Center. Kanoa Leahy alongside Chris McLaughlin. And let's take a look at the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match. C-Mac?
Well, for the Toreros, it's about the freshman Froling. She's the new kid on the block, the only newcomer. She is 6'5", and she is a presence at the net. She could be key in this game. She's not starting, but I predict tonight she will make a difference at some point. And for Hawaii, the key is, what's the lineup? Well, we thought there'd be no libero, and all of a sudden, libero was introduced during the lineup, but now all of a sudden, there's no libero. So go figure, Kanoa.
Yeah, they had 8 players, Hawaii, if you watch the introductions, along that end line. And basically, they're going to go with a setter sub for middle construct with 2 setters, no libero, but they do have one listed. That's Rika Okino. And so this is something that we haven't really seen from any of the upper echelon or relevant programs in women's volleyball, I would say since Nebraska circa 2005. So a different look here for Hawaii as they unveil the 2019 roster on opening night against nationally ranked USD. Outside set goes to Tanae Fayed, and that's dug up by Jolie Rasmussen. In the middle, it's Amber Ajiti, and welcome to the Islands, Amber with her first career put down as we take a look at the Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineup scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
How about that pass by Rasmussen right on the money in transition there from defense to offense, allowing the set to go to the middle. Amber, and boy, she's got to be excited to get her first Rainbow Wahine kill.
Overpass forced on that serve by the lone returning starter, Noreen Yosia, and easy pickings for another freshman, Hannah Helvig. She's listed at 6'2". She grew actually during the summer. She's closer to 6'3" from Stockholm, Sweden. She is going to be a good one.
I would agree. I stood next to her the other day. She's definitely 6'3", Kanoa.
Yes, Angelica Youngquist, assistant for Hawaii. She's 6'3". They look eye to eye. And of course, Helvig, the latest Swedish player to play for the Rainbow Wahine, joining the list that includes her coach, Angelica
Yeah,
Ljungqvist.
they speak the language, their home language once in a while.
So 1 serving 2 here. And Annie Bembo, the libero, serving for the Toreros. Middle set goes to Igidi. Got a good wood on it, but it's dug up. Coming the other way, a big-time smack by Roxy Wiblin. Gets the point for USD. The Toreros, as mentioned, coming in 21st ranked in the AVCA preseason poll, but they have been a staple in the NCAA tournament. They have made it to the dance 19 of the last 21 years, including the last 9 seasons straight. This is a quality program, to say the least. Jolie Rasmussen with the touch from the back row. It's dug up over the net. Yosia goes back row again to Rasmussen. Mistimed there. A little sloppy for Hawaii. And here's Fayad. That's dug up by Yosia. Rasmussen comes over to help out. And a free ball going the way of the Toreros. Outside, it's Fayad again. Blocked and roofed by Brooke Van Sickle at just 5 feet 9 inches. The transfer from Oregon, one of 3 former Ducks getting the solo stuff.
Tanae Fayad takes a great swing at that ball. Picks on the right player, the shortest blocker, but you know what? Brooke Van Sickle can get up. She's got some hops, and she proves she's a great blocker as well.
A 6 rotation talent. And as you see, the one-legged jump and put down by Megan Jacobson coming the other way for USD. So we're tied at 3. Getting back to Brooke Van Sickle, though, the coaching staff for Hawaii saying that she was the most effective blocker throughout fall camp. And that's saying something for a player of her stature. Outside, first swing for Riley Wagner. It'll be returned. Slide again, this time goes to Jacobson, and she's able to find the floor on the Hawaii side of the net. Megan Jacobson, a 6'2" senior from Lakewood, Washington, a preseason All-West Coast Conference selection.
One of 3 preseason picks for the West Coast Conference All-Tournament team.
Yosia goes backside. Helvig does it again.
Whoa, that was Angelica right. She goes OTT over the top of that block. Formidable block as well.
Yeah, you can see it. Certainly Helvig, still slight of build, has some room to develop physically, but that arm swing is pure. And you can't teach 6'3". She sends it into the net, though, from the service line.
I hope her parents, Charlotte and Anders, are watching at 7 o'clock in the morning over there in Sweden.
And so here is Tanae Fayad, 6'2" senior from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Helvig with the pass. Here's Rasmussen with the swing. And she puts it down. We're tied again at 5.
Rasmussen quick to point 2 fingers right at Yosia, saying, you know what, Noreen, that was right where I like it.
And so now we have that middle for setter swap as Yosia comes out. Skylar Williams into the match. And back behind the service line coming in for Igidi is the transfer setter from Utah, Bailey Choi, 5'9", grad transfer, prepped at Iolani. Hey, a setter on the roster from Iolani, that has worked out pretty well in the past.
It has. Can only come now? Is that what you're thinking about?
And how about the ace?
You like her serve too?
To get things started. Robin Amo saying the setter competition was something to behold here in the run-up to this season opener. Both setters, high quality. There wasn't much that distinguished the two. Good servers, great defenders, you name it.
She held her thumb and first finger together very closely and said it was this far apart for those 2 setters in all the skill sets.
Meanwhile, Megan Jacobson on a roll right now. That is her 3rd put down on 3 swings. So we're tied at 6. As expected, competitive opening stanza here on opening night.
Wahine happy to see Jacobson go to the back row.
Choi goes backside. The touch shot there by Wagner. And that finds its way out. Riley Wagner, a 6-foot freshman from Dublin, Ohio. Such a good all-around talent, according to the coaching staff. If they needed her, if she wanted to, she could actually play a libero type of position.
2018 Ohio Gatorade Player of the Year. She comes with some credentials, to say the least. And how about that swing out the middle from Skywalker?
Yeah, Skylar Williams.
Sky Williams.
The very familiar smile,
Yeah.
ear-to-ear grin of Skylar Williams. It's good to see it once again. 1.14 kills per set a season ago. Tied at 7. And that one is blocked on the swing by Katie Lukes, but San Diego able to jump right back on top of that ricochet.
Newsom can be dangerous up front, being a lefty, especially any kind of close pass to the net. She'll go up and drill it.
Senior from Barcelona, Spain. You saw the southpaw swing. Speaks 4 languages. One of 2 setters on the roster. This is a team that can go with a 2-setter strategy, as Van Sickle is able to plug it through the block.
You saw Van Sickle that time, instead of chiseling it off the block there, she actually challenged the block. Went right at them with a power swing. She's one good player, I'll tell you. 6 rotation kind of player.
So Van Sickle, transfer from Oregon. Her former Oregon teammate, Jolie Rasmussen, serves it into the net. You have on the Hawaii bench, Kyra Hanawahine, who is from Honolulu, but also a transfer from Oregon. And on the other team, one of their defensive specialists, Cameron Tastad, also an Oregon transfer. So a bit of a Duck reunion here at the SSC tonight. Choi sets up Van Sickle. Well, the hops are apparent.
Yeah. In Hawaii, they've been called, I thought you'd say this earlier, but I guess I'll go ahead and say it. Between Rasmussen and Van Sickle, the quack attack.
You can have it.
I had to get it in there before you. I knew you were going to get it in at some point.
I'm actually kind of happy you did.
Yeah, because it's pretty lame, huh?
Great dig there on the Jacobson swing. But they're going to call a mishandle, as Wagner had to take on the setting responsibilities because it was Iosia with the pickup. No, I like quack attack. That will definitely be in the rotation here throughout the season.
At some point, yeah.
Benbow with the serve. You'll see a back row set to Rasmussen. And that is something we saw certainly throughout the practices in fall camp, as she is able to hit from just about every spot on the floor.
Yeah, she did that in the spring, too. Remember she had that big game she had?
Right.
What, 28 kills, 21 digs. I mean, she had a monster game.
Van Sickle with the serve. Middle set. And really, Megan Jacobson has been doing by far the most damage here for the Toreros. Her 4th kill, batting 1,000, and San Diego up 1. We are inching along here in the first set. Good pass there by Jolie. Outside Wagner has to touch it over. Chance here for USD, and taking advantage is Anna Newsom once again.
You see that coming a mile away. I'm surprised no blocker got up. Pass up tight to the net. Newsom loves that. She just bangs it home. 2nd kill.
Yosia goes backside. Helvig over the double block. My goodness, and that was off the net a bit.
2nd time she's done that. I expect to see her get set out of the back row as well at some point. Either the D ball or hitting out of the middle back, hitting the pipe set.
So 11 serving 12, and it is Helvig, the 5th Rainbow Wahine to hail from Sweden. And the block is up that time on Jacobson. Outside this time they go to Fayad. Diving save Yosia, diving save Wagner. And then winning the joust is the setter Newsom against the freshman middle Amber Igidi.
Smart play there by Newsom. She knew it was going to be a tight set. And she just went up and won the little tight play.
Still, that effort cues the crowd a little bit. Fayad the serve. Pass Helvig, a nice one. Middle set. Igidi hammers it down.
Look at her smiling. She's got an ear-to-ear smile there. She is so happy. The smile goes all the way back to Louisiana.
The 2nd Rainbow Wahine in this program's history from the state of Louisiana, and I think we all remember who the first one was, right?
KW?
From Napoleonville.
There you go.
Kim Willoughby, maybe the best there ever was.
Yeah. Hard to argue that one.
Here's Choi with the serve. Down the line, it's an ace. That's 2 aces for Bailey Choi.
And she serves a really flat, fast serve, loaded. Does not clear the net by much, and it moves a lot. She's got a great knuckleball. And is low to the net again.
Tickles the tape, overpass, and another joust won by Newsom, the setter against a Hawaii middle. That time she got the advantage against Sky Williams.
Newsom with 3 kills now.
Those go in the book as some missed opportunities there for Hawaii. Choi goes middle to Williams. Good up by Peyton Douglas, and a free ball coming here for the Rainbow Wahine. Well, maybe not. Didn't get over the twine. And so a point for the Bows. Tied at 14. How about this first set? Good look here at Jennifer Petrie in her 21st season atop the Toreros program.
5-time WCC Coach of the Year. She's got the credentials, the experience, and a great assistant coach in Brent Hilliard.
Back row set. That's Fayad, blocked by Williams. Outside. The big swing by Lukes. But that one gets down on the Hawaii side. And so a point for USD. Timeout on the floor. Narrow one in set 1. Welcome back. Let's take a look at tonight's Jack Fact and Swedish ballers. That's right, not Swedish meatballers, Swedish ballers. Anna Helvig is the 5th Rainbow Wahine from Sweden. We mentioned that, but those are the other names, and of course, one of the members of the coaching staff right there, Angelica Ljungqvist, on that list. And I think very proud to have brought in another Swede here to this Rainbow Wahine program. Pass tight to the net, and a freebie for Lauren Turner, a good-looking freshman from Medina, Minnesota. Jennifer Petrie saying that she believes Turner is going to end up being a dominant player in this Torero program. Here's Van Sickle, another good swing. And that's another kill for Brooke. 3rd kill on 3 swings. So you look at the hitting percentage for Hawaii, and they're hitting well over 600. You look on the other side for San Diego, they're hitting just under 500. So it hasn't been necessarily the offensive attack that has been a problem for either side. They've been inching along here. Free chance for Hawaii. Can they take advantage? Choi, backside. Helvig finds that deep corner.
Well, she's got that high wrist now, doesn't she? Pops it high, keeps a high elbow. Not a whole lot of velocity, but just great placement. Good location.
So we're tied at 16. Rasmussen with the serve. High and away. And that one blasted off the block by Roxy Widlin, 6'2" junior from Berkeley, California.
Widlin 2 years ago, WCC Freshman of the Year.
It may have been an odd ball played by Wagner. Middle set goes to Williams. It doesn't matter. Hawaii gets the point anyway.
Really surprised to see both offenses playing so well this early in the season. Normally the defense is ahead of the offense at this point. Offenses take about a few matches or tournaments to get really smooth. Boy, both these teams just cranking.
And how about Robin Amo deciding to play 3 freshmen here in this opening frame? See the middle set goes to Wiblin, and the block is up for the Lady Bows. Igidi in the middle of it all.
Will Baxter up off the bench quickly to remind his blockers that San Diego loves to run crossing plays in this particular rotation.
So Hawaii jumps in front, 18 serving 17. Yosia, great serve. It's an ace serve. And a timeout taken by the Toreros. The Rainbow Wahine up a deuce in set number 1.
This presentation of Rainbow Wahine Volleyball is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
There you see a couple members of the Rainbow Warrior volleyball program. Rado Parapunov on the left, Colton Cowell on the right. You'd think they'd be used to being on TV by now. Out of the timeout, Yosia deals another race out of the deck. That is a 4-0 run for the Rainbow Wahine, their largest lead of this set. In fact, the largest distance between the two teams either way in this opening frame. Another great serve. How about the diving layout pass by Tastad? Fayad dug up there by Wagner. Hawaii on the attack. They go back row to Rasmussen. USD sets it up right above the tape. And then a couple of frosh for Hawaii. Place it oh so gently down, and the Rainbow Wahine up 4.
It's the Diaper Dandies in action at the net. Did a nice job of staying out of the net, by the way. Easy to reach over too much that time, get your forearms on the net, and they did not. Very disciplined.
It's now 5 straight points for Hawaii, and it's been Yosia at the service line. The roof is up. Brooke Van Sickle denying access.
Her second monster block of the night.
6 straight points for the Rainbow Wahine, and another timeout called by San Diego. Brooke Van Sickle, C-Mac. How about this look?
Watch her get up high and over the net. You know, she's only like 5'9", but she touches like 10'2". Just great hops, great reach over the net, nice technique. Did not throw her arms all over the place, just stayed put straight up.
Say that she's always had Hawaii in the back of her mind. Of course, strong connections here. Dad, Gary, played at UH Volleyball.
He was a great player too, by the way. He had great hops as well.
Also, Mom Lisa, formerly Lisa Brigado, played volleyball at Hawaii Pacific University and also professionally in Argentina. As we take a look at the Akamai Roofing Report, 196, the team blocks for Hawaii last season. And tonight, doing a pretty decent job at the net.
Well, we know that Brooke Van Sickle has at least 2 blocks.
Hawaii unranked in the preseason AVCA poll for the 2nd straight year. And the first time, these 2 seasons, the first occasions where Hawaii was not in the preseason AVCA top 25 since its inception in 1982.
If they keep playing like this, I predict that they'll be in the top 25 and not to the distant future.
They by the way, receive some votes, it should be said.
Yeah. By the way, do you think Brooke Van Sickle can get into the Akamai Roofing Club, given the 2 blocks she's had so far?
Hey, she's
I
in.
would let her in, wouldn't you?
She's in. Get her one of those jackets.
That's right.
Overpass, well, tight to the net at least. Fayad almost got blocked there by Helvig. She had a palm on it, but couldn't quite get it back to the other side. So give the put down to Tanae Fayad. Fayad, a good story, redshirted in 2017 after an ACL injury. But it took a while to get back. In fact, she sat out last year as well. So this is her first action in 2 years for the Toreros. Van Sickle, the dink. She's pulling all the right strings here in set number 1.
She's got the heavy hammer, she's got the tip shots. You know, she's a great beach player, so she's got a variety of shots at the net in case she gets in trouble on a bad set.
Played 2 full seasons of indoor volleyball at Oregon, 1 season on the beach. Another overpass, and another pair of freshmen getting in on the action. Igidi next to Wagner.
In fact, it's an all-freshman front row as we speak.
How about the 3 freshmen looking pretty poised here in front of this crowd on opening night? It's aloha ball for Hawaii in set 1. And Sickle into the twine. Well, it was neck and neck for the vast majority of this first frame.
All the way up to 16-15, right?
And basically, when Yosia went behind the service line, things changed dramatically. Can Hawaii finish it off? Still a little ball. Here's Wagner. Yes! Cross-court angle and in, and an impressive introduction for the 2019 Rainbow Wahine squad. They take it 25-19. They'll swap sides. Welcome back. Well, the newcomers looking pretty comfortable here on opening night, C-Mac. In that first set, Brooke Van Sickle did it in a multitude of ways.
How about 4 kills, no errors, hitting 1,000, 2 block solos and 1 block assist. Amber Igidi right there just hammering it home. She's got 3 kills, no errors. She's hitting a mere 750, and she has 1 block to go along with that. And Hannah Helvig just goes OTT over the top of that block. Reaches high, hits it deep. Tough to dig her when she hits that ball that deep. Nobody home in the corner. And Jolie Rasmussen, who led the team in the spring game, she can go over the top as well. And she can hit out of the back row. What a diverse attack for the Rainbow Wahine to start this year.
And doing so without a libero getting on the floor in the first set. Well, Cooking Hawaiian Style, Kathy Muneno. Who doesn't love Kathy Muneno? Joins Lanai on the next Cooking Hawaiian Style Monday night at 7:30 on Spectrum OC16. She'll be making a fresh strawberry pie. Look forward to that for sure.
2 hitting leaders, unusual for San Diego. Megan Jacobson, no surprise there, 4 kills, no errors, hitting 800. Their other top hitter, Anna Newsom, their setter, 4 kills, no errors, also hitting 800.
Hawaii hitting 708 as a team compared to 400 for San Diego, so the offense is looking pretty good. As set number 2 begins, here's Helvig. Good up there by Cameron Tastad. Wiblin, the dink, gets it down, pulled the string that time. How about a pair of aces as well from both Hawaii setters, Bailey Choi and Noreen Yosia. But, you know, that was the big mystery, right? What would this lineup look like? What would this scheme look like, at least on opening night, for Robin Almo and this team? As that said, a little low there in the middle for Igidi. She sends it long, and so the Toreros a positive start here in what they're hoping is a bounce-back set in the second. But your thoughts on what we saw from Hawaii from a schematic standpoint in that first set?
I thought it was impressive, especially the way the players, the outside hitters and the middles didn't seem to mind having different setters in the game. Different tempo, different height of sets. That was very impressive. We'll see if it can continue here into this second set.
5th kill for Van Sickle, leading everybody on the floor. Yeah, Robin Almo talked about that in our game on portion of the broadcast, saying she was imploring the hitters to try to find the chemistry. To serve, but it is Brooke Van Sickle. Serving 2. A little scramble action here for USD. Fayad off the block, dug up by Wagner. Bump set, back to Wagner. Oh, a heavy-handed swing, but the up by Tastad. Fayad off the block. There's Van Sickle over the net. And a paintbrush put down there for Lauren Turner.
Wagner just ripped that last swing, and Tastad, what a terrific dig to transfer from Oregon. Solana Beach girl who happy to be back home in San Diego, she tells me.
So 3 serving 2. Rasmussen the first touch, middle to Igidi. And again, the set just a little low. And so she kind of flattened it out on the hit. And it is 4-2 Toreros.
When the set is that low, she needs to adjust and just take a little bit off and keep the ball in play, as opposed to just hitting at the same speed.
Backside Helvig, that one tight to the pin, and so a chance here for USD. Fayad through the block and down, and Torero starting to build some momentum here in set number 2.
Good swing by Fayad, high off the outside blocker's hand, smart move.
Igidi, how about the pass? Outside, Wagner down the line. Dug up by Newsom. Back bump set, easy pickings for Helvig. And a little emotion there from Hannah Helvig as well.
Yeah, usually all the other Swedes who have played for Hawaii, don't you think? You look back at Malin Franzen, Anna Forvik, Angelica Ljungqvist. pretty mellow, pretty easy going,
Sure.
pretty even emotionally. So I think Holland's getting into it here.
Fayad with another put down. So 6 serving 3 here in the second. This is a USD team that will not go away, regardless of how that first frame wound up. And that'll be a lift penalty called against Yosia. Yosia a bit out of sync with the offense here in this second frame. That pass obviously tight to the net, so difficult to conjure anything up from there. And that's not going to help either. The ace delivered by Roxy Widland. And a timeout taken by Robin Amo. So this second set looking like the antithesis of set number 1. Welcome back. Bring the stadium experience home with University of Hawaii football on Spectrum Sports pay-per-view. Call 643-2337 to order your 7-game season package today. How about Nick Rolovich and the Rainbow Warriors in that victory last week over Arizona? What a way to start the season. They'll have Oregon State coming up next week. And Julian Rasmussen rips into it and gets the much-needed point for Hawaii out of the timeout. But San Diego has the Rainbow Wahine doubled up here in the early goings of set number 2. The Toreros preseason pick to finish second in the West Coast Conference. BYU, which made it all the way to the Final Four last year, the preseason favorite.
I talked to Jen Petrie about BYU, and she said, no question, they are the overwhelming favorites to win the WCC.
Slide, that's Jacobson. And Jacobson has been virtually impossible to stop here for Hawaii. That is her 5th kill on 6 attempts.
Ball set pretty tight to the net. I think Wagner could have really penetrated over the net a little bit more and jammed the ball back down.
Service error there by Tanae Fayad.
She's going to be happy to be playing again after sitting out for the last 2 years and doing pretty much nothing but rehab on the ACL injury she had a couple of years ago.
So here's Wagner with the serve. Good pass there, and Anna Newsom prone to do that from time to time and busted it out at the perfect time on that occasion.
5 kills now to lead all attackers from San Diego. How about that?
And you can certainly feel that pendulum having swung over to the Toreros side. Can Hawaii put a little thing together here? The roll shot by Van Sickle. Good cover there by Lukes. And then the put down. As Anna Newsom gets it for San Diego.
6 kills now for Newsom.
A very offensive-minded setter.
And she's so good at the net. She's pretty much got the green light whenever she wants to call her own number. And Jen Petrie lets her do that, swing away.
Part of the reason why Jen Petrie has this team coming out in a one-setter system, as opposed to last year where they pretty much ran the 6-2 the entire way. Van Sickle up the elevator. She can get up off of that Terraplex, huh?
She really can. And I remember last year we were in Oregon at the regionals watching Oregon play in the second match. And she just played back row, remember? She wasn't apparently good enough to play in the front row, but certainly she's earned front row duty here in Hawaii. Maybe a nice transfer choice by Brooke Van Sickle. What do you think?
Part of the reason as well, I think the all-around talent of Van Sickle, players like Jolie Rasmussen, which gives Robin Amo and this coaching staff the option of running a system like we're seeing so far tonight. Choi goes middle to Williams. And that middle set was on point. Now the setters, middle hitters will swap once again for Hawaii. Williams and Choi out. Yosia and Igidi in. And Yosia, who put that fantastic service run together in the first stanza. The fans would love to see another one of those, a hana-ho, if you will. Good pass there by Widland. She gets it on the outside and just hammers it against that back line.
There's a reason she made the U.S. collegiate team this summer. those are the best college teams in America, college players in America. And she got to train in Anaheim and with all the best. Wow, that was one of the best sits I've seen all night. Among these girls, she hammered that.
We're going to have a review here. So a review challenge as Wayne Lee will take a look. Wayne Lee, the down official. Dan Hiranaka, the R1 atop the ladder. Ryan Scudder, Wes Kawachi, the 2 line judges. So not exactly sure yet as to what they are challenging here. It's the in or out call against that back line, and it's hard to tell because you got the top of the tape that's sort of blocking that. See if this angle helps. And it won't.
No, the player's blocking it. Take your pick on who you want to block the ball.
That's right. So the replay challenge, pretty much exactly what we've seen here in previous seasons, with 3 each side.
Oh, hard to tell. The net's blocking it there. So that's I think Wayne Lee's going to have trouble making a really accurate call here. Well, the Jeopardy music comes on, entertaining the fans. I won't be able to see that because
we have Wagner, who is standing right in front of where the ball impacted.
Yeah.
It does, for what it's worth, look like a pretty close call either way, though. But I don't think there was enough to overturn, obviously, from the angles that Wayne Lee had at his disposal. And so a point for San Diego. And right now the Toreros are pouring it on here in this second set. 13 serving 7. And Tastad, who played last season her freshman year at Oregon, had 204 digs in 32 matches, sends it across. Bump set. Helvig. And it ricochets off the tape and out. And so another point for San Diego. And the largest lead easily for the Toreros. Lucia goes middle. Van Sickle missed it wide. And she can't really believe it. But another point for the Toreros. It is 15 serving 7. And we saw a little wrinkle in the Hawaii transition attack.
It was a good swing, and it was very close to being in.
Bump set. Here's Helvig. And that one bounced right in front of the diving Benbow. So a much-needed point here for the Rainbow Wahine. Here is Van Sickle. 2 swings ago, and that does look awfully close from that angle. A much better angle if they were to have challenged that in-out call.
That was way in.
Backside, that's Wiblin. Dug up by Yosia. So Van Sickle sets up Helvig. Another example of the diversity of Brooke Van Sickle, that time taking on the setting responsibilities.
Remember, she's a beach player who's got all the skills.
Outside, Fayad, and it'll be a net violation called against Hawaii. Helvig getting into the twine a bit.
And Sickle will be playing for the Sandbows in the spring for Jeff Hall and company.
And so here is Benbow once again, the libero. 5'3" sophomore from Frisco, Texas. Helvig from off the net. He gets it down. And Helvig, we're going to her often here on night 1. And she has, for the majority of the time, been effective. Middle set, great dig there. Off the swing by Jacobson, little rat-a-tat at the net. Hawaii with it. You'll see it outside. Wagner blocked and roofed. It was Jacobson next to Wiblin. 6'2" and 6'2", putting up the wall.
It's a big block, and Wiblin does a nice job. I think she got most of it. Jacobson late to get out there. And Wiblin did a nice job to turn that ball back into the court.
And we are seeing here in this second set evidence as to why San Diego has been such a formidable program coming out of the West Coast Conference and why they have this long run of NCAA tournament appearances. They bounced back after dropping that first set.
Jim Petrie does a nice job of always hiring a pretty good staff. How about Brent Hilliard is in 18th year. Jimmy Lundgren is also a really good coach, young coach. Got the 30 under 30 award a couple of years ago.
And that serve goes long, so another freebie for San Diego. This is opening night of the 2019 Hawaiian Airlines Rainbow Wahine Classic, 3-night, 4-team tournament. And the opening match, 13th ranked Washington out of the Pac-12 swept St. John's coming out of the Big East. Helvig from the back row. Oh, what an up by Benbow. Lukes blocked, but the cover by Fayed. Lukes a second time. Dug up by Helvig. So Choi high and away. Rasmussen finds the floor.
Much better, much more composed rally that time by the Rainbow Wahine. They weren't rattled with those great San Diego digs. Benbow popping up the first one.
Out of system. And that one sent wide off the palm of Lukes. Good serve there by Wagner to get that sequence started. Wagner out of Dublin Kaufman High School, the only player in that school's history with 1,000 career kills, 1,000 receptions, and 1,000 digs. But no dig there for Hawaii. And San Diego strikes again. Megan Jacobson has been awfully good. 6 kills so far in this match.
Nice athletic move here to tap that ball down. It was 50-50. She beat Sky Williams to the punch that time.
Choi backside. Here's Rasmussen. Big swing through the block. Good touch up there by Lukes. Fayed from the back row. Roll shot. Pinballed around and returned. Good effort by Hawaii. Slide goes to Turner. Off the block, on her knees, Helvig comes up with it. Here's Rasmussen, dug up to the net. Williams can't put it down. Van Sickle can't put it down. But eventually, it winds up a point for Hawaii.
And this crowd of about 4,000 or 5,000 shows their appreciation for the point. The lowest played point of the night. The ball never more than about 6 inches off the ground a couple of times there.
Van
Here's
Sickle,
right into your living room.
that's right, Van Sickle with the lefty put down. So Hawaii trailing by a handful. Rasmussen with the serve. Oh, Williams was waiting that time for the dump shot by Newsom. And then she was waiting for the swing by Lukes.
Give that point to Sky Williams. Wow. First a good block on Newsom, and a second block from the outside. Great hustle.
Hawaii trying to hang around here in set 2. Outside. And unloading is Lukes. Gets it right back for the Toreros.
Lukes, just a sophomore, just turned 19 years old, August 12th. So she's a young sophomore.
Williams good swing off the block though. Dug up by Newsom, so the back bump set to Lukes. And Williams gets her again. Sky Williams last year had 37 blocks, starting 6 of 16 matches played. Getting an ovation along that bench. 16 serving 20. And Yosia put together a run. Good pass there by Wiblin. The slide to Turner. Van Sickle got a piece. So the bump set from Wagner. Van Sickle from off the net. And right there is Benbow. San Diego on the attack. Wiblin through the block. Kept alive somehow and returned. Middle set. Turner dug up over the net by Yosia. Outside Wiblin. Oh, that was a laser beam. No returning that. And a much earned point by the Toreros.
Ribbon just knows how to hit the seams right there. That time, IG a little late getting to the outside. That time Ribbon's got one heavy arm, I'll tell you that.
Van Sickle.
Wahine running a little crossing pattern of their own there. Going to mix things up, a little more creative.
Van Sickle continues to stack the numbers. But it's time for Hawaii if they want to still remain in this second set. They got to make a move right now. Turner, she makes a move. Red shirted a season ago. Participated in the U.S. Women's National Team tryouts in March. So got some good experience there. Just one true freshman on this roster, Jennifer Petrie. For the latest information on UH Athletics, go to hawaiiathletics.com for UH news, tickets, videos, and more. Also visit UH's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube sites to follow your favorite teams and get current fan promotions. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a break as well. Welcome back. Let's go inside the numbers presented by Heineken. 26. And that's the consecutive postseason appearances for the Hawaii Rainbow Wahine. 37 overall appearances. Hawaii made it to the NCAA tournament last year. Lost to Baylor, though, in 5 sets in the opening round in Eugene, Oregon. And trying to stay involved here in set number 2. Amber Igidi making the play there. 4 kills for her. Offensively, she has been so stout throughout fall practice. Some of her blocking instinct, an area that Angelica Ljungqvist says obviously she can improve on, but was right next to Wagner, who got the gist of that one on the much-needed roof for Hawaii, and that forces a San Diego timeout. So the Rainbow Wahine saying they're not quite done here in the second frame.
All these freshman performances, Kanoa. Amazing.
Well, the blocking for Hawaii.
5 blocks tonight, make that 6 blocks to San Diego's 1. And oftentimes that block is, you got 2 freshmen on board, or a freshman doing a block solo, or how about Brooke Van Sickle, the transfer who normally was relegated to back row duty in Oregon, all of a sudden now has become a front row terror. She's got 8 kills, hitting .636. Big night for Brookie.
And blocking certainly a focus for Hawaii in trying to find ways to improve from last year. They were 5th in the Big West Conference in blocks per set last year. So obviously that's something they wanted to see just be better this year, and they brought in players obviously that have been able to here so far in this opening night match, been able to show that maybe it can be better.
And I think it definitely will be better, because now with the 2-setter system going on right now, you've always got big people in the front row. There's really no liabilities. Even though Brooke Van Sickle may look small and they try to pick on her,
she plays big.
She's proven she plays big. She's got 2 block solos tonight and 2 block assists to lead the way for the blockers for the Rainbow Wahine. She's leading the way in kills as well. No, I'm sorry, she's second in kills. Helvig has actually got 10 kills.
Yeah, already a double-digit kill performance. Not a bad debut, huh, for Hannah Helvig. 10 kills on 14 swings, hitting .643. Welcome to the Stan Sheriff Center. Jacobson, as she has done throughout this match so far, is able to steady things for USD.
Picks up her 7th kill.
So 23 serving 19. The crowd trying to get involved. You'll see a high ball to Rasmussen, dug up by Benbow. Well done. From the back row, Wiblin. Good up by Yosia. Diving save by Wagner, and it's returned. But the Toreros with the advantage. Here's Jacobson off one leg. Right there is Yosia. So Van Sickle sets up Wagner. No blockers up, and she takes advantage.
How about the set from Van Sickle from way back deep in the court? Puts him right on the money for Ronnie Wagner. Wagner just goes up and buries it with no block up. They don't think she's going to hit this very well or very hard. She does both.
Robin Amo liked the effort there. And here is one of the players with a couple of aces tonight. Bailey Choi. See if she can make something happen here from the service line. Just missed that deep corner. So the largest lead for San Diego was 8. Hawaii had it down to 3 there, but the out serve gives the Toreros aloha ball here in set 2. Rasmussen blocked and roofed. And an emphatic finish to the second frame action as the Toreros take it 25-20, flipping the script from set number 1. And that means we got to get comfy, folks. We could be here for a while as Hawaii going up against a nationally ranked opponent. We may be in for a long one. Let's take a look at the McDonald's match statistics. C-Mac, what do you see?
Well, first thing that jumps out, obviously, the offense for both teams. Big numbers, 333 for Hawaii and 440 for San Diego and 446 for Hawaii. Those are big offensive numbers. But look at the blocking numbers. Hawaii wanted to be a better blocking team this year, as you said earlier, Kanoa. 6 blocks to 2. That's impressive. Dig's about even. Service aces theirs. How about the 4 aces from Hawaii coming from the 2 setters? Yoshida and Choi each getting 2 aces apiece.
We saw San Diego shore up the service receiving in that second set, certainly, though, because all of those 4 aces coming in the first frame for Hawaii, that obviously helped their cause. What else did you see from the Hawaii side of the net that you think can pick up here in the third?
I think they can pass the ball a little bit better, so they can run the middle. The passing was a little bit more off the net, so they had to set to the outsides a little bit too much. I think they need to get Jolie Rasmussen involved a little more. She only got, she got 10 sets. I think she could use a few more. That would make her game a little bit stronger and make Hawaii a little better offensively.
Well, another fresh face here for Hawaii. Tiffany Westerberg, 6'3" freshman from Maple Ridge, British Columbia, Canada, making her debut for Hawaii. The 6th Rainbow Wahine from Canada. Most recently, of course, Emily Maglio, Natasha Burns, but a list of some pretty strong contributors to this program. And how about the start? Anna Newsom, who has just been pushing all the right buttons, it seems, for San Diego.
Anna Newsom, how about 7 kills in 9 tries, hitting almost 800? Wow, those are big numbers.
So the Toreros up 1-0. Here's Helvig with the swing. Right there is Tastad. Fayad caught it a little fat and sends it wide, and a point for the Rainbow Wahine. Again, Hawaii so far tonight we have seen sticking to this system. Setters subbing in for the middle hitters. No libero on the floor. Rika Okino is wearing the libero jersey. And Brooke Van Sickle deals an ace. 5th ace for Hawaii in this match, and Brooke Van Sickle's first as a Rainbow Wahine.
Ball just moving a lot, dives at the last second. Tough for Benbow to handle.
She's just having herself a debut match, is Brooke Van Sickle. Fayad came swooping in. And we saw San Diego sort of pick up the pace there. Anna Newsom going quick out to Tanae Fayad.
Fayad looking sharp, hitting the seam there. 1 match in 18, no matches in 17. 180 kills in 16, so she's had sparse duty. Looking good tonight, though.
Rasmussen from the back row. The dig there by Jacobson. Fayad blocked back. Fayad a second crack at it, tried to avoid the block, missed it wide, wanted the touch. But nobody else saw it, and so that's a point for Hawaii. They're up 3-2.
Fayad was doing the right thing there, trying to go high off the hands. Asked for a finger touch on there, but did not get it.
So here's Helvig.
Good serve.
Jacobson dug up by Yosia. Van Sickle then sets up Wagner. And right there is Benbow, tight to the net. Little joust action. Played off the net by the Toreros. Fayad punches it through the block and down. Give San Diego credit. That was a lot of improv and ad-libbing on that sequence. Fayed with her 6th kill. And we're not at a 3.
At least Hawaii's making some better adjustments on Newsom. They know when she's in the front row, so if she goes up to do a jump set, they're looking at her maybe possibly dumping the ball over, so they're getting more touches on Newsom's attacks.
Serve goes long. So here come the subs. Choi coming in for Westerberg. Williams coming in for Yosia. So we're in year 3 here of the Robin Amo era. And if you talk to Robin and this coaching staff, they said the first 2 seasons really were more about trying to redefine and put Robin Amo's signature on what they refer to as the gym culture. As Wagner tried to go down the line. Luke's off the block and down. And that seemed to be the case because coming into the practice gym for fall practice and camp this year, Robin said there was no stumbling start. There were no questions. The players were already well lathered. They were sweaty. They had already gone through their warm-ups. They were ready to go. And so it seems as though the veterans who were back, even the newcomers, got that message based on the foundation that was laid the last 2 years.
Well, that was really impressive to see the whole team warmed up 20 minutes before the first practice started. Robin Amo indeed was impressed and rewarded them with some 6-on-6 that day.
That's right. Rasmussen gets the point for Hawaii. Robin Amo saying, it was enough to make me a little happier. She is a demanding head coach. Here's Rico Okino coming in back to serve, the libero for Hawaii. Oh, the touch by Williams, pinballed around and return. Outside, Lukes through the block and past the effort of Okino.
See another touch on Newsom's attack there. East Hawaii is not being shredded by Newsom. Now they're getting Okino popping it up there. Almost got a put down there by Sky Williams.
Yeah, Williams reading the setter Newsom pretty well on a couple of occasions. Van Sickle had to take something off there. So back bump set to Lukes. And she tools the block for the San Diego point. Toreros leap back in front. In a pivotal 3rd set, Hawaii took the first 25-19. San Diego flipped the script in the second, 25-20. Rasmussen trying to go over the top of that block. Scramble play, Wiblin dug up by Helvig, good effort. Backside, it's Rasmussen again, through the block and down. She split the uprights. We're tied again.
Danny Choi unafraid to go back to Rasmussen twice in a row. Rasmussen going high over that block. If she'd hit low there, she'd been blocked for sure, but she really risked it high back into the deep court.
Rasmussen, who has just been through some stuff from an injury standpoint throughout her entire collegiate career. Turner. And then Williams finishes the job. Turner got turned back, and then it ricocheted back up for Skyler to make the easy play.
Skyler touched the cable on her follow-through. Apparently, it looks like Robin Amo is going to...
Robin arguing.
She's going to challenge it. I think she's going to challenge it. Maybe not.
Well, she hasn't asked for the challenge yet. The Hawaii players were celebrating as though it was a Hawaii point, but yeah, little did many of us in the arena know they had actually given it to San Diego, much to the chagrin of Amo. Here's Williams. Dug up by Newsom. Fayed from off the net. Was able to slip it by that Hawaii block and down. There wasn't a lot of room there between Van Sickle and the antenna.
I thought it was going to go outside the antenna. She just got it in. There's the tap down by Skyler. Wow, it didn't look like a touch on the cable at all.
Yeah, didn't see much there in that replay. Here's Choi outside. Helvig swiping at it was Wagner to keep it alive, and it's sent across. Turner dug up by Choi, so Wagner bump set, back row, Rasmussen into the net. And she immediately pops herself back up, pats herself on the chest and says, my bad.
Normally she hits that ball deep in the back 1/3 of the court. That time she tried to bring it down a little bit too much.
You get the sense this is an important stretch here in this 3rd set. 3 straight points scored by the Toreros. Choi, one-hand set. It works out as a dump shot, but they're going to say she was a back row attacker there.
She was above the net. Looked like.
I'm not sure if she was necessarily above the net. It was awfully close. Again, Robin Amo arguing her point with Wayne Lee. That is not a reviewable play, mind you. Overpass, Turner. Easy pickings. And San Diego starting to run away here in set number 3. Robin Amo calls for a timeout. None too happy. Welcome back. Let's check out the First Hawaiian Bank top 3. This is Hawaii career assists. Robin Amo is on the list, but Kanoi Kamana'o is number 1 and by a healthy margin over the rest of the pack. As we return to live action, Hawaii trailing by 5. And it was one-on-one. Turner shutting the door on Skylar Williams. She read that perfectly. And how about these Toreros, C-Mac? After letting that first set get away and Hawaii with all the momentum seemingly, they snatched it back in the second set. And doing it again here in the third. Rasmussen from the back row. Newsom with the up. Fayed slaps it across. Chance here for Hawaii. Van Sickle from off the twine. Diving one-hand save. Benbow tight to the net. Williams can't get it down. Fayed sends it long.
So the other difference, in the last set and this set is that San Diego's offense is better. They're hitting .333. Hawaii's hitting .000 on this set. That means they've got as many errors as they do have kills. That's not good news for Hawaii's offense after blistering in the first set, hitting 700.
Credit USD, they've been picking up a lot of those swings by Hawaii, but you're looking at the percentages. Yeah, 708 down to 250 in the second for Hawaii, and here they are flatlining it just moments ago. Turner, the touch. Good up there by Westerberg. Rasmussen again from the back row. Tastad gets it up. And a free ball coming here for Hawaii. Can they cash in? Westerberg. Named the top-ranked middle blocker in British Columbia. She comes in with the ability to play either the middle or outside hitter. The coach is saying there's a little bit more depth on the pins, so maybe middle hitter is where she can make more of an impact this season, and that's what we saw right there. The touch by Wiblin. Good play by Van Sickle and Westerberg. Outside, Fayed through the block of Helvig and down.
Fayed's really been strong on the outside, just steady. Doesn't make many errors. That time there, she just challenges the block. Pushes it right through Helvig's hands, just like a field goal.
So here's Benbow. And Sickle on the back set. Torrero's picking up just about everything. But that time it was the Hawaii block picking up on the outside set to Fayed.
I think it was Van Sickle again, although Westerberg was out there. Van Sickle goes quickly to the antenna, goes straight up. They tried to pick on her because she's small. And no. She, like you said, plays big.
Her timing is impeccable above the tape. Step out. And that was hammered by Megan Jacobson. Won back-to-back Washington 4A state titles as a sophomore and junior at Bellarmine Prep.
Picks up kill number 8 on the night in 14 tries.
Hailing from the state of Washington, and hey look, when the going's good, it's good. As Wiblin tickles the tape, and that helps to deliver an ace for USD. They're up half dozen. You'll see a back row, Van Sickle. Tastad with the up, and then touched over the net by the setter Newsom. Point for the Toreros. And they're up 16, serving 9. What are the Toreros doing so well, you think, here in this third set?
Well, it's offensively, they're much sharper. Hawaii has been able to pass the ball to the net. Another 10-foot line pass by Hawaii. Hard to run the middle, hard to develop a good offense that hits for a high percentage. And so they got to hope that San Diego will make a mistake like they did just then. But clearly, Hawaii's offense is lacking right now, hitting, as you said, 0-0-0.
So here's Helvig. Has played for both the youth and senior Swedish national teams. Won a national championship gold in snow volleyball. Yes, snow volleyball. We don't have much of that around here. That one just long. But it's a thing.
McKibben brothers, Riley and Madison McKibben, won gold in the World Snow Volleyball Championships.
Have you ever watched snow volleyball?
I have. And it is pretty funny to watch.
It really is. Well, that's not very funny from Robin Amo's vantage point. The overpass, easy put down by Lukes. And right now, USD is wrecking shop here in the Stan Sheriff Center and looking to spoil an opening night for the Rainbow Wahine, the new look Rainbow Wahine, trailing by 8 in the third. Robin Amo had a mouthful to say to her players in that huddle during the timeout. And as we rejoin live action, and well, Jolie Rasmussen may have heard it, as she just lays the smack down there.
Notice the perfect pass out of the timeout resulted in a split block. Easy kill for Rasmussen.
Yeah, Hawaii with just 2 reception errors, but you have mentioned a couple of times here during the last couple of breaks, it is just a passing issue right now, in your opinion, for Hawaii.
Exactly. If they just would pass better, be able to run an offense, this game would be a lot closer.
San Diego crisper in that regard. Crisp swing there by Helvig, and a free chance here for the Lady Bows. Choi, backside, Rasmussen off of one leg, finds the open floor.
One of the reasons Hawaii's passing has been a struggle has been, we got to give some credit to San Diego servers. They've been really banging it back there and serving with a lot of pace and a lot of knuckleball floaters that have been difficult to pass.
Fayad. Circles outside the loops. Fayad with the scoop. Off of one leg. Jacobson, punch deep again, but long by Rasmussen. The idea was there.
It was wide open court. Smart, I thought it was a smart play.
A little too much juice on it. So 19 serving 12 and a substitution here as Megan Priest comes in to serve. 5'8" senior from El Dorado Hills, California. Choi with some choices. Rasmussen straight down to the floor.
Great set from Bailey Choi that time. Rasmussen finished, but I tell you, this ball was set right on a dime. And Rasmussen recognizes it. She loves it to give her setters credit. And I love that when hitters give the setters credit.
So here's Rico Okino. Redshirt junior out of Kalani High School. Slide goes to Turner. Oh, it goes right through the hands of Helvig. Good effort by Bailey Choi, but a point nonetheless to the Toreros, and it is Anna Newsom to serve. Turned 22 years of age last month, did Newsom. A very experienced setter on the side of USD. And there it was again.
Pretty good pass, a little crossing pattern there from Rasmussen. And she gets a run up on the ball, she gets the right approach, gets up high. She is tough to stop. She's got a heavy arm.
Good dig there by Choi. Williams on the second touch tried to get it down. Wiblin blocked back. Wiblin again through the block and down. The Toreros just keep on coming, C-Mac.
They've got firepower to be sure. In fact, Jen Petrie said at one point in her one of the releases, she said, we've got a lot of firepower. We can play with anyone.
Made it to the Sweet 16 last season.
Their goal this year is to get to the Elite Eight.
Yeah. Finished the year ranked 20th in the country a season ago. Van Sickle is blocked back. Rasmussen sets up Helvig. She's blocked and roofed. Wow. This San Diego squad came to play despite dropping that first set. They have absolutely tightened the screws.
Yeah, they really have, especially with the block. They've gotten way better. They only had one block through the first 2 sets. Now they've got probably 4 or 5. They're getting rid of the pass off the net. San Diego block and gets set up. Luckily, Helvig came through there, but the block was just waiting for her on the outside there.
And things getting a bit predictable because of the inconsistent passing.
Exactly.
11 kills for Hannah Helvig. Strong debut, regardless of the score. Noreen Yosia with the serve. And a mistime there on what looked like was supposed to be a slide set. Van Sickle dug up over the net. Yosia bumps it outside. Van Sickle blocked back again. Played up by Westerberg. Yosia, back row set to Rasmussen. Had to take something off of it. Advantage now Toreros. And it is Fayad unleashing. And that's one of those sequences where it feels like that was a missed opportunity by Hawaii. But credit the Toreros for finishing emphatically.
They just persisted, they were patient, and Fayad plays as if, you know what, I haven't played in 2 years, I'm going to take it out on Hawaii tonight.
That's right. There's some pent-up aggression on that last swing by Fayad. Hawaii on the attack. Here's Helvig. Cross-court diving save Tastad. She's been all over the floor. The roll shot Fayad sniffed out by Yosia. So back row bump set Rasmussen, blocked by Jacobson. Hawaii still with it. Westerberg. And that middle connection works there, but an uphill climb here for the Rainbow Wahine.
Good set from Yosia, nice and high for Westerberg.
Serving 23. Good job by Wimbledon just to make the pass there. With Hawaii in transition, Westerberg is dug up. That one is returned just over the net, then returned back just over the net. Off of one leg, Jacobson. I mean, that cannot be how they practiced it, and yet it still works for USD.
Another missed opportunity. Hawaii had a chance of basically a free ball there and just did not connect. A little bit of miscommunication.
Aloha ball here for the Toreros. Outside, Wagner blocked and roofed. Point for the Toreros, and they win set number 3, running away. 25-16, and so all of a sudden, after what was such an enthusiastic and optimistic start to this match, it's Hawaii with their backs against the ropes. Welcome back. There you see the scenario here for Hawaii. After taking the first set, 21st ranked San Diego has won the last 2. They're up 2-1 here on opening night for this 2019 Rainbow Wahine volleyball season. Megan Jacobson, she has been thrashing the Rainbow Wahine offensively all evening long, C-Mac.
Yeah, 9 kills, only 1 error in 17 tries. She's also had 3 blocks to go along with it, but you know, she's so agile at the net. No wonder she's a preseason all-WCC pick. And Fayad, how about her? This particular game, she put up a bunch of kills, but for the night, she's had 9 kills, but she's had 5 errors go along with it, so she's only hitting the .150, but as of late, she's been the one on fire for the Toreros.
And the block picking up for USD in that third set as well. They now have 5 total team blocks compared to 7 for the Rainbow Wahine. And offensively, Hawaii, perhaps because of the passing, as you alluded to, becoming a bit more predictable, allowing USD to set up defensively. So whether it's they're getting hands on some of these Hawaii swings or they're just scooping them up, that led to Hawaii hitting .070 in that third frame.
Not good.
So we mentioned this was going to be an early test for Hawaii. Opening night here, year 3 in the Robin Amo era. A new look, a unique system, which is obviously going to take a little bit of time to shore up, but we knew it would be a test right off the bat. What do you think about this scenario right now? Backs against the ropes here for Hawaii with all of these freshmen already seeing action. What do you make of this?
Yeah, well, you know, Kanoa, I think that the youth showed up there in the second and third sets, and San Diego's experience showed up. Remember, San Diego's got nothing but experience. That's all they've got. Everybody's back except for one player. And so and then they're playing against a team that at times has 3 freshmen in the front row alone. And so it really has been sort of an awkward matchup. I'll tell you, I really admire Robin Amo and her staff for coming up with a creative lineup that I think has the best 6 players on the floor at all times.
Great dig by Van Sickle over the net. Almost dropped to the floor with some of the USD players watching. But Hawaii now on the attack. Wagner finds that end line. So a kill by Van Sickle, a kill for Wagner, and Hawaii in business early here in this must-get 4th set.
A very different start of this 4th set than sets 2 and 3 when San Diego jumped out to early leads and never looked back.
3 kills now for Wagner, 9 for Van Sickle, who gets ready to send it across. Right side, Wiblin off the block and out. There's now 7 kills for Roxy Wiblin. Was the West Coast Conference Freshman of the Year back in 2017. And out of Berkeley High School was an ABCA All-American. Here's Wagner. Fayed. Diving save, Van Sickle. That was pretty. Helvig off the block. Played by Van Sickle. So Yosia goes backside. Helvig a little tight to the net, so she could only touch it over. Fayed with the swing, and she finds the end line.
Clearly the highlight of the play for Hawaii this time is the dig by Brooke Van Sickle. In the end, Fayed once again with the hot hand.
That serve goes well long. And so Hawaii up 3-2 here in the 4th. How impressive have you been with this Toreros team so far tonight?
Well, they're everything that I expected them to be. I watched them play the last 2 days in practice, and you know, they're well coached, they're big, they're agile, good athletes. They've got all it takes to be a top contending NC2A team for sure. They're a Sweet 16, Final 8 kind of a team.
Well, he gets the point there. Yeah, and they play in a West Coast Conference that has been very competitive. They sent 5 teams to the NCAA tournament last year. With one of their teams, BYU, making it to the Final 4. Fayed, right there's Van Sickle. Wagner touches it off the block and down. That was a savvy decision there by the freshman.
The set was a little inside, a little low for her, so she just tooled it off the block. Smart play. Took off a little early. She had a broad jump on that one. Not good footwork.
So 5 serving 2. Here's Helvig into the net. That is, I believe, the 9th service error for Hawaii.
I tell you, he's had a good night in the back row. Is Noreen Yosia. She's got 11 digs tonight. Twice as many as the next player.
Outside, Rasmussen off the block and out. Jolie Rasmussen, we talk about all those injuries she experienced in her 2 seasons as an outside hitter at Oregon. Medical red shirt taken last year, however, because she underwent back surgery, but she's had knee issues, she's had hand issues.
7 ankle injuries.
And she was looking forward to this season, saying, all right, this is a new start for me. I'm in Hawaii. I'm going to play a full season. I'm going to be healthy.
Yes.
3 days in, had to get stitches on her hand.
Her parents, Dean and Deanna, are here. They had the trip from Encinitas to watch this weekend.
Fayed. Oh, there was no blocker in sight. Wagner was late getting out there, and don't give Fayed any extra advantages. That is a live arm.
Give her an inch, she'll take a mile.
That's right. That is a live arm there for number 17. Set up to Rasmussen. Hard slice the opposite way. And a point for the Rainbow Wahine. 7 serving 4, and certainly they're looking sharper here at the onset of this 4th frame.
It could be the Fayed Rasmussen show here in the 4th set. The 2 hot players.
Going tit for tat here so far. Rico Okino now back behind the line to serve. High floater may have been an out ball played by Fayed. Off one leg, it's Jacobson. Newsom hits it into the net.
A rare error from Anna Newsom, her first of the night. She's had 8 kills, hitting .667 on the night. One of the leading attackers, and finally shows that she is human.
So 8 serving 4. Here's Jacobson, blocked by Rasmussen. Williams off the ricochet, finishes the deal. A 3-0 Rainbow Wahine run. They lead by a handful here in the 4th. Timeout, USD. Get the greatest plays, hardest hits, and schedule info by following Spec Sports High. That's Spec Sports High on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
What a difference a set makes. San Diego hitting 200, Hawaii hitting 700.
Yeah, looking a little more like that opening frame so far. And then a little D from Sky Williams.
Hawaii picking up block number 8. The Manoa Roofing Company is back in action. Great footwork by Sky to get out there to the outside. Close that block.
10 serving 4. Okina trying to keep the pressure on. Lukes, easy pickings there for Helvig on the dig. Rasmussen through the block. One hand save Fayed. And trying to knuckle it over was Lukes, but she missed it wide. And that is now a 6-1 run for the Rainbow Wahine. 11 serving 4. And that's the largest lead that Hawaii has had in this match. Jacobson. Oh, that was booming off of the palm. And I tell you what, it doesn't matter the location of the set. It doesn't matter what the angle is. Jacobson will go off of 1 foot.
Yeah. She's a player.
Sends a deep 2-hand pass there by Van Sickle. Gets the set on the outside. The block hadn't formed, and she takes advantage. Double-digit kill night in her Rainbow Wahine debut for Brooke Van Sickle.
Saw the block open up on her and take her line away, so she just goes angle like every good beach player should do.
Outside, here's Lukes going up over the block. Sniffed out by Rasmussen. Helvig had to just soft touch it over. Turner paintbrushed it right there is Choi. So bump set back row to Rasmussen. 2 hands it to the back. Little scramble on both sides and a free chance here for Hawaii. But Williams set it to nowhere. And it is a point for USD.
Major opportunity lost there. It was not a pretty rally, first of all. A lot of backyard volleyball going on. But to have it end the way that it did was not good for the Rainbow Wahine. Another bad pass.
Van Sickle from off the net makes it work anyway. She is something. Battled her fair share of injuries as well. Had a knee injury that forced her to redshirt a couple of years ago. Then as a redshirt sophomore, last year played 30 matches, and then had to undergo back surgery, the same back surgery that Jolie Rasmussen had, and works her way back.
Bulging disc.
That's right. Yeah. Works her way back here in the off season. It was about a 6-month rehab, as she describes it. And so she was actually one of the latest of the newcomers to join the fray and join the practice action for Hawaii in the fall. Here she is.
She told me she was really happy to get back to her roots. She was born in Hilo and goes to the mainland to Washington, comes back again. And she's got family here on this island, family on the Big Island, and she was really happy to return to where she thinks she belongs.
She's looking like she belongs here so far tonight. Fayad tools the block. 8 serving 14 here in the fourth. Hawaii trying to force a decisive 5th set.
And here comes Jacobson back into the front row.
Pretty high quality tournament we have here to get things started, huh? The 31st Hawaiian Airlines Rainbow Wahine Classic. Free chance for the Toreros. And how about Jacobson off of 2 feet that time? It's the same result.
Picks up kill number 10.
Talk about this tournament, though. You have the 21st ranked team in the country in San Diego. You have number 13, Washington. Those 2 teams will play tomorrow night. That's going to be a heck of a match preceding Hawaii taking on St. John's, and then Rainbow Wahine versus the Huskies to wrap things up on Sunday. Net violation called against the Toreros. Point Hawaii.
And St. John's gave University of Washington all they could handle today.
Yeah, they were up by a handful midway through the first set. Kind of let that slip away. Washington, as always, a very talented team out of the Pac-12. Finished the deal in sets 2 and 3. But you're right, it was a pretty competitive match despite the final result. As Fayad gets another heavy-handed kill. So some good volleyball to take in here on weekend number 1. And that's an ace. What a serve by Roxy Wiblin. Had 20 of those a season ago. Picking on the freshman, Hannah Helvey.
Helvey normally rock steady there in the middle.
Here she is. Better pass that time. Still off the net, though. Rasmussen off the block and down.
That's it. That pass has just got to get better. It's got to get at least inside the 3-meter line, or right around the 3-meter line. It can't be way back, 15 feet off the net. Takes the middle out of the play. Offense becomes very predictable. And that's when San Diego's blocking numbers go up, up, up.
That's the name of the game. First contact. 16 serving 11. Here's Bailey Choi. 3-year starter for Utah before becoming a grad transfer here. As Jacobson back to the familiar off of 1-foot approach. Gets the kill and the point for San Diego. And the Toreros creeping back into this thing, trailing by just 4.
Jacobson now with 11 kills. She doesn't make many errors either. She's only got 1 on the night in about 21 tries.
How about the set there by Choi? Going backside to Wagner.
She had to twist and
negotiate the net. You're right.
She did, because that pass was tight to the net. But finally, Hawaii got one up to the net where they could run a bit of an offense. Great play by Bailey Choi. That was awesome.
Mentioned her 3 years at setter, over 3,000 career assists and 88 aces. Led the Pac-12 as a junior, in fact, in aces per set. And Rasmussen eclipsing that opportunity next to the pin. And a timeout taken once again by San Diego. Well, Jacobson hasn't been stopped too often. That time she was by Rasmussen.
My name is Sharon Santiago, and I am the finance manager here at Walanija Nazarene School. Prior to having Simplicity HR and HR Symphony, I would take about 2 days to run payroll. Since having HR Symphony, I have saved about 90% of my payroll processing time.
Eliminate all the distractions of employee administration and reduce the amount of time spent on payroll processing with HR Symphony. Visit simplicityhr.com to learn more.
We got a little prep football on deck for you. Tomorrow night you can tune in as Campbell takes on Kahuku in a heavy-duty OIA matchup live on Spectrum XCast starting at 6:15 p.m. Opening night for the Rainbow Wahine here in the 31st Hawaiian Airlines Rainbow Wahine Classic. Jacobson again on the slide. I mean, they have just run that thing into the ground, and yet it's still working.
Kill number 13, hitting over 440. Well, Hawaii's offensive numbers here in the fourth set. 13 kills, 1 error, hitting 571. San Diego hitting 190. A big difference from sets 2 and 3.
I think there's a groove in the Terraflex along that path on that slide for Jacobson. They just have been going to her time and time again. Scramble there on the side of Hawaii. Outside, Lukes. And that was absolutely pulverized. Serving 18, cue the crowd. Choi goes high and away, Van Sickle. On her knees, the dig there by Fayed. Here's Lukes again, blocked and rolled.
Big block on the outside there. 2-6-2ers. Rasmussen and Williams going up high, pressing over the net. That was a big point for Hawaii to get off 18. They were kind of getting stuck there.
19 serving 14. And Rasmussen sends it long. Now there has been some discussion, I think even there were some articles written about Hawaii, how they've been waiting for their uniform jerseys. Well, you see the jerseys that they're wearing, these are sort of temporary because they haven't gotten the official uniforms that they'll be wearing throughout the season. So this is a little bit more of just a interim look that they're sporting here tonight. Here's Helvig. Oh, what an effort there by Benbow to keep it alive. Helvig again. Benbow kept it up again. Helvig, a third time blocked. Choi, back row, Rasmussen, the touch.
What a rally. How about Bembo with the foot dig? Oh my goodness gracious.
The question is, was Rasmussen behind the 10-foot line?
You know, Petrie just asked.
Wayne Lee.
Wayne Lee said, I saw it, she was safe, don't waste the challenge, basically.
Overpass. Good play there by Westerberg. Here's Helvig.
Very mature play by Westerberg that time to not go up and try to bang that ball. Good pass. There's a save by San Diego to keep the ball alive. What a scrappy play. And here's the foot save right there by Benbow. How about that? We're seeing a little bit of everything tonight, Canoa.
Just unbelievable. You'll see sends it long. So 16 serving 21 here in set 4. Hawaii trying to force a fifth on opening night. And another former Oregon Duck, Tastad, with the serve. The slide, Westerberg.
Great set that time from Yosia. Put it right on the money for Westerberg. She ran out, did what? Classic slide maneuver with taking off of one leg, the little basketball layup move.
Hey, if she's on the outside or if she's on the middle, Westerberg is a classic attacker.
Yeah.
You saw it right there. Outside, Fayed, the touch, blocked back. And that's a point for Hawaii.
Contact by Fayad. Nice block by Hawaii that time. Westerberg and Helvig in on that one.
23 serving 16. Outside Fayad, blocked back. Good cover there by Benbow. Fayad again, this time off Helvig and out.
And Fayad unafraid to challenge the block. She just goes right at it.
Well, welcome to 2019, huh? What a match.
Oh, man.
You'll see a backside to Helvig. Dug up over the net. Good diving save there by Newsom. Helvig that time from off the net. Couldn't put as much juice on it. In the middle, it's Jacobson dug up by Van Sickle. Rasmussen from the back row.
Good point. Better transition by Hawaii that time. Better passing, better defense. And Rasmussen keeping the ball in play. Van Sickle with a nice dig there to keep the ball alive. Rasmussen just keeping it in play for the 24th point. Clutch play.
Aloha ball in the fourth for Hawaii. Fayad through the block and down. I mean, that must be a biomechanical shoulder that she has attached to her body.
She's got a biomechanical knee, we know that. 2 years of rehab on it. 2 different operations.
The punch set there. Not much that Rasmussen could do with it. The pass was tight to the net by Van Sickle. But Hawaii with a little bit of breathing room. You don't want to toy around with this San Diego squad too much, but it remains Aloha ball. Wiblin with the serve. Van Sickle, perfect pass that time. Here's Rasmussen. And on opening night in the 2019 Rainbow Wahine volleyball season, why not, C-Mac? We are playing on to a fifth.
You said it'd be a long night, and it is.
Hope you got comfortable. Hope you remain comfortable. The decisive fifth set when we come back.
I told you I thought she should get a few more sets, and certainly she did. She came up with a bunch, and that's it. She's got 16 now, hitting 382. And she's doing it in all kinds of ways. Then she gets a big-time block right there. Got the sharp angle, hitting out of the back row. She's got roll shots, tip shots. But 16 kills is a bunch. So she must have had, for that particular set, she must have had, looks like 6 or 4.
Well, she was prevalent either way you slice it. Also, Hawaii with 4 blocks as a team in that fourth set. And so they are able to, after looking fairly listless in sets 2 and 3, Hawaii is able to push this to a fifth set. Obviously, all the statistics fly out the window, but is there such a thing as an advantage going into a fifth? And if so, where does it lie?
I think normally it lies to the team that wins the fourth set in general. So I would give that edge to Hawaii, but you can't count out the San Diego team. They're really good. They're really big. They played well all night long. By the way, Rasmussen had 6 kills in that set. Normally she averages probably around, she's like a 3-kill set kind of a girl, so she doubled her normal output. Let's put it that way. And Hawaii hit 500, 18 kills and 1 error in that fourth set to come roaring back. Oregon hit 194, and for the night, Hawaii hitting 338 to Oregon's 280, out hitting San Diego by about 50 points.
It should be said, Hawaii not at full power tonight. McKenna Ross, who, as she has done the last couple of years, had a great fall practice stretch. But she is out tonight. Not sure if we'll see her this weekend. Also, Braylon Akana is out tonight. Both of them along the bench, but not dressed. We may see her later this weekend. As far as Akana is concerned, we will wait and see. But Hawaii not at full power in terms of all of its personnel as Newsom sends it long to get this fifth set started.
So Hawaii must have won the toss, elected to receive, because when you receive, there's about a 70% chance you're going to score. So, and Hawaii did just then. Here's the overpass.
Pretty tight to the net. Wiblin, return to sender.
I'll tell you, Wiblin has had her ways with Helvig about the last 5 shots, but that time Helvig had the last set.
And the whistles as Jennifer Petrie having a conversation with Wayne Lee and also referencing Dan Hironaka. What do you think this is about?
Well, Brent Hilliard was saying that the ball was blocked on and came down on Hawaii's side of the net. So there's going to be a challenge.
She's going to challenge this.
Saying that ball did not go on San Diego's side of the net. They're saying it went on Hawaii's side of the net. By the way, Hilliard knows what he's talking about most of the time. The dude was a 92 Olympian. He was a national champion with Long Beach back in '91.
Well,
the finals that were played over here.
You don't see this
that
call.
ball's clearly down. No, that ball's down.
That's a call that you don't see missed too frequently. And so, you know, obviously you have 3 challenges. You can't go home with any of them if they're left over. So why not take a shot?
Yeah.
But it was
and that might have been why Hilliard wanted to use that challenge rather than a timeout. It's a short game of 15, so why not get 3 timeouts in there?
Great point.
Well, off to a solid start, but this will be a nail biter here.
Ooh. Into the net it goes for Van Sickle.
Another way to ice the server as well. You do that to slow down the server's momentum.
It's a chess game. That was a good call on your part to point that out, I think.
I think Robin should do the same thing if she has the chance to slow down any kind of Oregon run without a timeout and use basically 3 timeouts.
Oh, that one goes long by Tastad, who has several of her former teammates across the net.
She's been looking at Rasmussen and Van Sickle most of the time when she's serving. And she was in that rotation as well.
So 3 serving 1. Here is Helvig. Pass by Tastad. Turner in the middle, dug up by Yosia. And returned by Rasmussen. Turner again, dug up by Helvig. To no avail. Point San Diego. You want to know how good this San Diego program has been consistently? We mentioned 19 of the last 21 years going to the NCAA tournament, the last 9 years in a row. They have a banner in their gym, Jenny Craig Pavilion, on campus, that sports the program's NCAA appearances. The problem is they've run out of space. And so they made it for a 21st time, or for a 19th time last year, I should say, out of 21 years. And they don't have space to commemorate that appearance, and so they're trying to figure out what do they do. Do they make a whole new banner? Do they try to add some kind of extension to it? It is a problem that Jennifer Petrie is not in charge of trying to find an answer to, but probably a good issue to have if you're Jennifer Petrie in this program.
For sure.
Faya dug up by Van Sickle, beautifully done. Rasmussen the touch, diving save Newsom. Here's Fayad from off the net, dug up by Van Sickle. You'll see a bump set outside, Rasmussen from off the net. And right there is Tastad. Here's Fayad, blocked, and
I'll tell you, that was a great block up front, but you know who kept that rally alive? Brooke Van Sickle. Wow, some great defense.
Good action here in this 5th set. Hawaii up 4-2.
Remember, as far as challenges go, remember you get an extra 1 in the 5th set. So you get your normal 3 plus you get an extra 1 in the 5th set. So we'll see how these coaches utilize their challenges to slow down the other team, in addition to their timeouts.
Here's Bailey Choi with the serve. Pass by Wiblin. Middle set, that's Jacobson. And she gets yet another kill. Megan Jacobson, just a beast tonight for the Toreros.
They've got 14 kills on the night.
Good pass by Helvig. Outside, Rasmussen drops the hammer.
No contest there. And that pass was so good that Jacobson, I think, stayed with the middle, Sky Williams, which gave Rasmussen a one-on-one on the outside. outside hitters. Love that.
Rico Aquino now back in to serve. Down the line it goes. Step out, Jacobson blocked. Rasmussen denies access.
And Rasmussen stopped the unstoppable, Megan Jacobson.
It has been a veritable block party here for the Rainbow Wahine. Can they keep it going? 6 serving 3. Jacobson goes hard angle and in. Able to ping that sideline. And how about Anna Newsom going right back to Jacobson after she was hurt?
Well, she's got 15 kills now to lead the way along with Fayad, who's also got 15 kills. Nice pass by Helvig.
Williams in the middle. One hand save Benbow. Lukes. And that's a kill and a point for USD, and they are right back within a digit. You like the opening night drama?
Oh yeah, this is awesome.
And Sickle diving pass. Backside Rasmussen off the block and out. She has seemingly gotten more and more confident and aggressive in her attacking as this match has gone on.
Probably she's getting subbed out now because they could use her as a back row attacker. Maybe it's just for one rotation. As you see Kyra Hanawahine enter into the game.
Kyra Hanawahine. So all of the, if I'm not mistaken, all of the newcomers who have dressed for tonight's match, we mentioned Braylon Akana out, have now seen action in this match. 9 total newcomers, 8 dressing for this game. And there she is on the dig. Wagner from the back row. Outside it's Lukes, off the block. Right there is Choi. So Hanawahine, backside, bump set, Helvig, dug up by Fayed. Cross-court bump set goes to Lukes, but she can't get to it. That's a point for Hawaii.
How about Hanawahine coming in and getting a tremendous dig and then a great bump set, and we switch at 8-5. Wow.
You got to stay on your toes. Hanawahine getting put into the match for the first time, and yes, having to handle some hard, uncontested heat.
How about sitting around for 2 hours and all of a sudden being asked to come in the most pressure-packed part of this match?
So the teams swap sides. We'll take a timeout, catch your breath. The home stretch when we come back. Welcome back. One of the changes for Hawaii, Faith Ma'afala, who was on the roster last year as one of the setters, now the director of operations for the Rainbow Wahine. Meanwhile, Kyra Hanawahine, welcome to the match. A dig in the sequence preceding that break, and then an ace to put Hawaii up 4.
And the bump set assist.
Out of Kamehameha Kapalama. High and away, the set to Lukes, off the block, right there is Wagner. Outside, Helvig!
The Antis are happy. If they're happy, that means the arena is happy, right?
Yes, they are the gauge, without a doubt. And why not? Hawaii up 10-5 in the 5th. Hanawahine sends it long.
Now Rasmussen should come back in, I believe. Yeah, here she comes.
But a good stint there by the 5'2" Kyra Hanawahine, a junior. Brother Calais played baseball at UH 2013 to 2014. Father George was a standout prep athlete on the island of Maui. I mean, the stuff of legend that's still talked about to this day. Here's Helvig. What an up there by Hannah Patrick, and then the put down that gives USD the point, and they are within 3. You cannot relax for a second.
Don't forget Mother Linnell.
Oh, of course.
Rock star travel agent.
That's right.
Is that fair to say?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm sure she's happy to see her daughter home, that's for sure.
7 serving 10.
Robin Amo has really got to use her timeouts wisely here. I think if Oregon should score, if San Diego should score here, I would definitely call it a timeout and slow them down.
Outside, Lukes. Good touch there at the net by Van Sickle. Wagner bump set to Brooke. The up by Fayad. Joust at the net. Rattled around. Here's Lukes over the block and long. Point for Hawaii. Well, either way, no matter what the result here, there will be a lot to break down. Scott, Lisa, and Dave stick around for the Heineken postgame show coming up right after the match as the corner crew tends to all of tonight's highlights and stats. Perhaps an interview. There will be a lot to parse. Timeout taken. Hawaii by 4 in the 5th. Welcome back. Well, you thought this match was good. Don't forget, we got 2 more nights of the Hawaiian Airlines Rainbow Wahine Classic. We'll have for you Hawaii taking on St. John's out of the Big East tomorrow. Game on starts at 6:30 on Spectrum OC16. And then Sunday, 4:30, Hawaii versus nationally ranked Washington. Slide and put down there by Lauren Turner out of the timeout. San Diego within 3. Hawaii won the first set, 25-19. Then it was all Toreros in sets 2 and 3. They won 25-20 and 16. Rainbow Wahine turned it around in the 4th, 25-19, and here we are. Here's Rasmussen from the back row. That was special.
That really was. It was not a good pass. It was an okay bump set by Yosia. She just didn't get her feet to the ball, so she had to bump set it. And all of a sudden, Rasmussen comes out of nowhere and just buries it. That was huge.
Here's Van Sickle to serve, 12 serving 8.
Still serving tough.
Outside, Wiblin dug up by Yosia. Rasmussen chases it down, and it is returned. What an effort. Wiblin blocked and rolled.
Are you kidding me? How about that scramble play? The block at the end by Helbig, just a freshman.
The effort, the determination, it was splendid. And Hawaii now up a handful, 13-8, timeout taken by San Diego.
There's the scramble, Rasmussen goes nearly off the floor to get that one. It's bumped over on the right side, watch 17, watch Helbig on the outside. She goes straight up and presses that ball back into the court. And look at the celebration by Robin Amo. She loves it. And so does the blocking coach.
That's right.
Angelica Ljungqvist.
Well, talked to Robin prior to the match, and as is the case with Robin Amo, there's always a bit of anxiety. She's not sure what she's going to see. She wasn't sure what she was going to get out of this team. Faith Ma'afala giving her a little bit of a neck rub there. She knows what's up. But
didn't she also give you a couple lineups on her footboard?
She did.
Not just one lineup, but she gave you like 3 lineups.
She still wasn't disclosing anything, even like an hour before the match. But she was nervous. She was confidently nervous, if that makes any sense. She was excited, but she wasn't sure how this team would come out, especially with 3 freshmen among all those other newcomers out there on the floor in this atmosphere for the first time. And hey, look, it's been a bit of an up and down roller coaster ride tonight, but right now they are in position 2 points away if they can finish the deal. Oh, what a successful opening night it would be.
Yeah, it's been pretty special. It has been a roller coaster. That's a great way to describe this night, a roller coaster.
But they got to get these last 2 points. Easier said than done. Pass tight to the net, middle set, Turner straight down.
Turner's looked really good the last few swings. Hard to stop.
That San Diego-Washington match tomorrow, the early match, if anybody can make it down to the arena to take in the double dip, that would be one worth coming early for. 9 serving 13. You'll see it. Back row, Van Sickle. Dug up by Newsom. High bump set, Fayed. Dug up by Van Sickle. You'll see it into press row. Rasmussen sends it over, another effort play. And then the mistimed middle set, so Hawaii with it. You'll see it tried to catch him napping. Rasmussen sets up Helvig. Dug up there by Benbow. And then it's hit long by Fayed. And they will rise at the SSC.
What a rally. What an effort by Yosia to run into press row.
It is Aloha ball on opening night against a nationally ranked opponent. Helvig the serve. Maybe a little too pumped up.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of adrenaline running there. Freshman nerves.
It remains Aloha ball. The crowd remains standing.
I think Yosia's got to find Rasmussen here.
Diving past Van Sickle. Pump set. Wagner cross court. 2-hand save Newsom. Fayed off of 1 foot. Advantage Hawaii. You'll see it outside Rasmussen. Dug up over the net. You'll see a middle. Westerberg can't get it down. Someone came into the net. It was Jacobson. That's a point for Hawaii. And the Rainbow Wahine are victorious on opening night in 2019.
What a match. What a finish. Strange finish. Jacobson, who had carried San Diego all night long, mysteriously catches the cable.
And the new look Rainbow Wahine, with all of those fresh faces, are able to withstand a surge by the Toreros in the middle of this match and then swing things in their direction. And in the end, they were able to overpower the Toreros and take home a signature win in the tenure of Robin Amo and this coaching staff.
Well, the coaching staff, a little mini celebration right there. They worked hard to figure out which lineup to put on the floor. They worked hard to train these girls the last couple of weeks, get them ready. The girls worked hard all summer in the weight room and open gym to be ready for opening day. Robin rewarded them with 6-on-6 that first day, and it's all come to fruition on tonight.
It is a new day for Rainbow Wahine Volleyball. Scott Robbs is with Robin Amo.
Hello, Coach. Congratulations. Wasn't looking too good after that third set. What changed?
I mean, I just think our passing broke down. You know, we were passing pretty good in the first set, serving pretty tough. I think our passing broke down a little bit shallow on our passing, told them to move back, and then they started passing good. We passed good, you know, we can play pretty good.
Was there anything tonight that surprised you about this team? Was there anything you wanted to see out of this team tonight?
I mean, I think our blocking, you know, we struggle a little bit at practice with our blocking, but I think our outsides did pretty good. Our middles just got to work a little bit more lower angles, but yeah, for the most part.
I'm sure you remember this, but your first year, I was sitting here watching this match tonight thinking that opening weekend of your first season, you played San Diego, beat you guys pretty handily. In fact, you took the team to the tunnel, right? What a difference just a couple of seasons has made for you.
Yeah, I mean, maybe different personnel, but like I said, the girls, I love these girls. They worked hard during 2 days, and, you know, we had a lot of freshmen out there, so, you know, it only can get better.
All right, tomorrow night you take on St. John's. What do you know about them?
Scrappy, look, scrappy team. You know, not too much, but we'll go back and do our homework and see what happens tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
I'm very happy. Robin Amo, guys.
As well she should be. Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the match. Tanae Fayed, 15 kills, 7 blocks. She was exceptional. And how about the all-around effort by Brooke Van Sickle? 12 kills, 6 blocks, 12 digs in a double-double performance. C-Mac, I'll give you the last word here before we toss it to the post-game show. What'd you think?
Well, I would agree with Robin Amo that when the passing got better, Hawaii's offense got better. In the last 2 sets, they hit 500 and 200 over San Diego's 194 and 000. When you win that passing battle, you tend to win the war. And that's what happened tonight. And all hats off to Robin Amo and her staff for putting together a good game plan. Cleo Baxter put together a good scouting report. And they beat a really good San Diego team. I mean, Megan Jacobson was so impressive tonight. And Fayyad was great as well. But and their setter, how about Anna Newsom tonight? 8 kills. She was among the leaders in kills. Lauren Turner came in and played well for them. So it was a battle of 2 really, really good teams, and to go 5 like this was only appropriate with the distance. And tomorrow I think it's going to be a great battle against St. John's. St. John's has got a team that gave Washington all they could handle for 2 of the 3 sets today. So I think that should be a fun battle.
13 kills for Hannah Helvig, 19 kills for Jolie Rasmussen. So a new look Rainbow Wahine squad. It was cause for a lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, and tonight we caught glimpses as to why. Hawaii 1-0 to start the season, and this is just the beginning. For Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for the Heineken post-game show. Until tomorrow night, aloha from the Stan Sheriff Center.
Highlights Hawaii and UCSD. We start off with the freshman all the way from Sweden for the University of Hawaii, Hannah Helvig. She made a big impact on the match in her very first night as a Rainbow Wahine, coming away with 13 kills, hitting .306. On the other side of the net, Megan Jacobson. She was nearly unstoppable for the Toreros. 15 kills on 29 swings, hit a very impressive 4-14 for USD. But Hawaii and all the new faces, the Oregon transfer, Jolie Rasmussen, 19 kills. She hit .390. She even had a couple of blocks for the Rainbow Wahine, who almost had to wear those "Hello, my name is" stickers on the front of their jerseys for folks to figure out who the heck they were. But I think the Hawaii fans will like what they see as you see another transfer from Oregon, Brooke Van Sickle. Not the tallest player on the floor, but she does a little bit of everything. Came away with 12 kills at a 440 clip. She had a couple of assists. She had a service ace. She had 13 receptions without an error and 6 blocks as Hawaii comes from behind and wins it in 5 over number 21 San Diego in opening night action.
From Spectrum Sports, it's the Heineken post-game show.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. It is the Heineken post-game show. Scott, Lisa, and Dave. And what a great way to start the new season, huh? A 5-set thriller over a nationally ranked team.
That was a great win. It was a great, exciting match. We had a little low in game 2 and 3, and we just sucked it up at the end, or game 4. And, they showed a lot of heart, and I think it's a lot to do with those new people coming in and just carrying us to the victory tonight.
You got to just love the energy that this team brought. They did have a little bit of a slump there in game 2 and 3, but they showed so much character in coming back, made a few adjustments in the lineup, but truly they fought and they put the W in their column to start off their season, and this is what everybody has been waiting for, the excitement.
You talk about all the new faces, but you were saying that you were watching Noreen Yosia between sets 3 and 4. Hawaii was down 2-1. And she really took on a leadership role, something that Robin has said she really has embraced this year. And she really challenged her teammates after that third set.
Yeah, she did. She took them on the side, and the coaching staff was going over numbers and talking on the side, all 4 of them in a little huddle. And Noreen Yosia pulled them aside and was just talking nonstop to her team. I couldn't hear exactly what she was saying, but you could see that she was really focused and challenging each of her teammates to rise up and to say, we're down 2-1 right now, but this is our home, and let's take care of business.
Well, I thought Brooke Van Sickle and Jolie Rasmussen, they've been through Pac-12 volleyball. Nothing phases them. This was no big deal to them. I could see them, they had a calmness about them. Give me the ball. I've been through this before. And so they really, really lifted the team by just having their great presence.
We talked about in the pregame show and Game On about the fact Hawaii probably would go without a libero, and they did for 99% of the time here tonight. Your thoughts on how that worked out? Obviously they won, but there were times where the passing did break down.
Our passing broke down, but I thought that Robin did a nice job bringing Kyra Hannah Wahine in there in the 5th game was just unbelievable. What a time to bring her in. But I think the system worked. I liked it. You know, we don't have a true libero this year like we did last year, and so I think we're just relying on all the skills, overall skills of the 4 outside pin hitters. They were fantastic. Hardly got aced, and you know, for the most part, had great ball control.
Talk about what you thought from Hannah Helvig, the freshman all the way from Sweden. She had played at a pretty high level with the junior and the senior national teams in her home country, but to come here, you know, I don't know, 12,000 miles or whatever it is from home, and to perform the way she did not look like your typical freshman.
No, I think that her international experience definitely shows. But the scary part about this young lady is she's a true freshman, and she is only going to get better. And I think she posts a big block. She hits high over the block as well, and she plays middle back defense. They were going after her often on the service, and I thought she had a few little stumbles there, but for the most part, I thought she played very well tonight.
Well, you can be a true freshman and be 22 years old, but she's 18, so she is a true freshman, and that's, you know, bodes well for our future.
Yeah, she doesn't play for BYU. She plays for the University of Hawaii, so she is really 18-year-old freshman. Dave, your thoughts on, now this is your 3rd year sitting back and watching and how things are going. Your thoughts on what you saw out there. What did you really like about this year's squad?
Well, I thought we competed real well, and that's what you want to see the players do. And, you know, we got down, but I don't think anybody was down. You know, they rose up to the occasion. That's what I liked about, and I thought, obviously, Rasmussen and Van Sickle had a lot to do with that because they've been through this all. But I like the heart of this team, and they're going to have to bounce back, though, real soon. It's a short turnaround tomorrow night, and they got to get off their feet. I think Jolie had some cramps at the end of the game, and so she needs to get off her feet and just rest. But I like the team so far.
You know what else I liked, Lisa? You didn't see a drop-off when either one of the setters were in there. You really couldn't. You couldn't tell the difference.
I agree. I think that there were some connection differences. I think that Choi connected very good with Rasmussen, and she did a great job there. And the middles weren't utilized as much as I thought they would have been earlier tonight, but the blocking, Sky Williams' blocking was pretty on, and you can tell she's gotten a lot stronger in the middle as well.
Yeah,
well, I thought we made some really good adjustments on Anna Newsom. I mean, Newsom had like 6 kills out of 6 in the first 2 games, and then, you know, we kind of slowed her down. We knew when she was going to tip. We knew when she was going to set outside. So we did a nice job adjusting to her, and she was awesome too. But I think we did a nice job on her at the end.
Yeah, Hawaii outblocking San Diego 15-5. We'll take a break from the corner where Hawaii wins the opener tonight over USD in 5.
Welcome back to the Heineken Post-Game Show.
All right, let's take a look now at the upcoming schedule for the Rainbow Wahine, brought to you by Levitt, Yamani, and Soldner. And, of course, this is a very difficult opening weekend. Tomorrow they take on St. John's, the Red Storm, a program that won over 20 matches a season ago. And then on Sunday, they'll wrap it up against number 13, Washington, before beginning a Thursday, Friday, Sunday tournament next weekend. So Hawaii with the big win tonight in 5 over USD, and these are the kind of matches, I think, where you come from behind and win a 5 that can really kickstart that season. I mean, can start getting you feeling pretty good about yourself.
It's got a lot, got confidence on the team now, and so I think they'll come out tomorrow night feeling that confidence and play like that all year, hopefully.
Let's hope that it sets the tone. You know, it allows this team to not only have confidence like you share with us, Coach, but it really allows them to believe in the training and trust in the training that they've had so far, so young in the season.
All right, so Hawaii wins it in 5. We'll take a break, but don't go away. We're going to have a very special new Rainbow Wahine with us.
Welcome back to the Heineken Post-Game Show.
Back inside the stand, Sheriff Center. There you see the numbers. Hawaii comes back from down 2-1 to win it in 5 over number 21 San Diego. And part of the victory has to do with the outstanding play of the transfer from the University of Oregon, Jolie Rasmussen, a team-high 19 kills. She hit .390. She joins us in the corner. And I know that you have played in the stand, Sheriff Center, but for another school. What was it like walking out here tonight as a Rainbow Wahine?
I played here for this Texas match. that kind of counts.
But that doesn't really count.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, actually, I didn't play here, so I redshirted last year. So this was like my first time being in the stand with the crowd. And it's ecstatic. It's so much fun, and it's such an amazing feeling to have all these people just supporting you. And as you get in a rut, they're there to cheer you on, and they get you back up, and they give you that energy. So it was quite the experience.
Congratulations on a huge
Thank
win.
you.
I wanted to bring up you transferring, obviously. You're one of the Oregon transfers here, and both parents played volleyball.
Yes.
And they were here tonight.
They were here tonight.
So share with the viewing audience your experience, not only just playing here, but like walking onto the court and having your family here and being 100% pretty much healthy.
Oh, it was exciting because I haven't been able to play healthy in 4 years. So nobody really knows what I'm capable of. I don't even know what I'm capable of. So just being able to come out and play just to play and just go all out and show what I have to offer. And it's really exciting, and I have high hopes for this season.
I was really impressed with your shot selection. You've got all the shots down the line, high hands, high cross court, sharp angle. Tell us about when you make that decision to hit each shot, or is it dictated by the set, the block? What goes through your mind before you pull the trigger?
It's a little bit of both. It's where the set is, and then I go, okay, from where I'm being set, what are my options? And then next I look at the block and whether or not those options fit into where the block isn't. So if it's a high inside and the block goes wide, then I'm cutting it cross. And then if it's a high inside and the block stays inside with me, then I'm gonna turn it line, or I can tip it over them. So it's a combination of the two. And I just try to set up my approach. I don't even know. I just go in and they give me a set. I'm like, wow, that's such a pretty set. And then I go and I hit it.
No, you don't. You do not do that. You make some really good, smart selections, and I'm really impressed with just your versatility and just your range. Your range is amazing. You can get to any ball and do something with it.
Thank you. Well, that's my setters right there. They can put it up. Bad pass, they just throw it up there and they make it so playable, and they make it really easy to see the block and see where my options are. So I'm really thankful that we have two amazing setters on this team. It's not possible without them.
A lot of people probably don't know this, but they have a bit of a relationship. Dave recruited you out of high school in Hawaii, Oregon, and Minnesota were your final three. How difficult a choice was it for you?
It was really hard because I knew that I wanted to get away from home and kind of have an experience outside of California, and I didn't really know what that meant for me, and so I tried to keep my options open, and at the time Oregon was the option for me, and as time passed it wasn't, so I decided to take myself elsewhere, and Hawaii came calling again, and I was like, you know what, I think this is it.
Well, I think Hawaii's happy that you answered the call this time. Talk about tonight's match, though. You guys found yourselves down after playing really well in that opening set. You dropped the next two. What changed after that third set for you guys?
I think we came out with a lot of adrenaline, and then as adrenaline dies, you kind of have to pull that grit and that heart out. And we had a little bit of a lull, but the coaches came in, they're just like, you got to play with heart, like you got to just go all out. And so we flipped a switch and we found out that it's not the adrenaline, that it's something else. And every single person on the court, every single person on the bench found that, and they brought that out. Our serving subs, Rika, Kyra, they came in and they did what they had to do, and they helped us win that game. So it's a whole team effort, and that's everyone is on the same page and everyone is fighting for the same goal. So it's really fun to be out there.
So is that what you'd say that the strength of the team is?
Yes, we are very versatile. We have a deep bench, and everyone's ready to go in. Everyone can play. Everyone can go in and make a difference. So that's what makes a great team, is that it's not just 6 people. It's 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16. It's the whole team. It's the whole roster, whether you're on the court, off the court. It's on the bench. Can you give selection? Can you tell them where to hit? What's open? What's the serves like where to serve? Like that's what makes a team a team.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Outstanding debut. We're all very proud of your effort, and go get some rest because you got to be back here pretty soon again.
I wanted to ask you how are you
Dave's not
feeling?
called
Sorry.
yet.
How are you feeling physically? Because you look really tired when you came off the court at the end of the game.
So I just cramped a little. The legs were a little tired, but you know, it's college. It's life. You just keep on playing. I'll go put my feet up and come back and be ready to go again tomorrow. So don't even worry about it.
All right. If you're not worried about it, we're not worried about it.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thank
I
you,
guarantee you will be back in the corner again.
Oh, okay.
No question.
Well.
All right. That'll wrap things up for us here tonight. What a thriller. Hawaii takes it in 5 over number 21, University of San Diego. Special thanks to our outstanding, many-time over award-winning Spectrum Sports crew. For the coach, for Lisa, I'm Scott. Until tomorrow night, we bid you aloha and a good evening from the Stan Sheriff Center in Manoa.